Live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. It's time for a Saturday night edition of Columbus River Dragons hockey. Hello everybody, my name is Liam Gaudimer. As always, it's an absolute pleasure to be here alongside all of you as the River Dragons go back to back with the Monroe Moccasins. It's the fourth meeting head-to-head of the season. Alongside me, as always, is Mike Vee.
Liam, we saw last night a rather rough one, a rough first period anyways. The rest of the game pretty entertaining, but the first period not so much. And hopefully the River Dragons come out to a better start than what they did last night.
Columbus fell by a final score of 8-4, and things started off quite well. You go to the power play in the opening 5-10 minutes of the opening frame, but then two shorthanded goals led to an outpouring of tallies from the opposition in the first period. Before the River Dragons knew it, they were trailing by 4 goals.
Yeah, 4. I mean, 2 of them shorthanded. I mean, just an absolute, if anything could go wrong, did go wrong kind of thing. Just, it's one of those things that happen in hockey. You have this breakdown in the period. You can't get yourself together. You can't get yourself started. Things are getting worse, and it just kind of, you know, it multiplies itself. But as we saw in the second period, it had a different hockey team that showed up.
How do you respond to a tough loss? You turn the page. And with that, let's turn the page by sending it down to ice level by introducing our fire starter of the night. Mike, there he is, the newest River Dragon, Ben Stefanini. 5'11", 205 pounds, out of Framingham, Massachusetts. Ben played college hockey, Division III, Wilkes University, with Ryan Galvin, number 28, and Tyler Barrow, number 8. I thought he was quite impactful last night in his Dragon debut.
Yeah, I got to see him a look after they made the deal to get him. Of course, Framingham, Mass, the famous Route 9 down there. Boy, you know it very well. Lived a long time up that way. But one of the things that I think that Stefanini brings to the table, he's young, he's a positive guy, he's got some friends that he knows on the team, both something to prove. Last night we saw him, he skated rather well.
Another note on Ben Stefanini before we shift over to the other end of the ice for our pest of the game. Ben previously played more than 80 games in Monroe with the Moccasins. 20 points prior to what was the first of a few trades for Ben. He's now found a home with the River Dragons. He'll play alongside his former college teammate Ryan Galvin and Scott Doherty on the third line. For the Moccasins, there's the pest of the game presented by our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. It's Tucker Scantlebury, 26 points in 32 games. He's known as an enforcer around the Federal Prospects Hockey League, but this year he's been producing offensively, last night included. He had 2 assists.
Yeah, I mean, puts up some points on the board. A guy can drop them, can do what he needs to do if he has to do it. But one of the great things in hockey is that you might get tagged as a particular role in a hockey team, and all of a sudden your coach starts noticing you that you're playing good, in practice. Your shot's improving, your skate times, your skating's improving. So usually what happens then is you get a chance, maybe due to an injury, to get up on a line. You show yourself aware, and before you know it, you become the pest of the game right here in the Columbus Civic Center.
Tucker Scantlebury has played professional hockey since the 2022-23 season, this being his first year with the Monroe Moccasins. Played a good amount of games in Port Huron with the Prowlers. Number 17, Tucker Scantlebury is tonight's pest of the game. Thank you, as always, to our friends over at Cook's Pest Control. Our first commercial break of the night is imminent. When we come back, I'll take you back to last night's 8-4 loss. Mike, the River Dragons may have been defeated in last night's game, but Ryan Hunter, he secured his 3rd hat trick of the season. Fans get an opportunity to watch once again when we come back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Hey, playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Race you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer. The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overbee Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Hey, it's Bill, your foodie guy, and you know I love food, right? So we've teamed up with Mike and Ed's Barbecue in Columbus on Schaumburg Road and our friends at Pepsi Buffalo Rock to create $1 Wing Wednesday. Look what I've got here. I've got a pile of wings, I've got my celery, and I've got my free Pepsi. I'll see you at Mike and Ed's on Schaumburg Road in Columbus. $1 Wing Wednesday. See you there.
20 minutes on the clock, both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Monroe Moccasins. The pest of the game and the fire starter of the night take the face-off. It's Carlos Fornerys for the Moccasins, who attack from right to left, wearing their white uniforms with the white and gold letters and numbers along the back and on the sides, while Columbus wears red. Tonight, a Friday where we remember everyone deployed. The River Dragons open up with Josh Colton and Mike Winn on defense. Alexander Jemayeff, Ryan Hunter, and Kyle Moore up front. In goal is Tyler Roy, number 35, backed up by Jacob Snellenberg. As into the offensive zone is Tucker Scantleberry. He's denied. Tyler Masternak is the goaltender. Big hit into the corner as a Moccasin.
He felt that one.
Certainly felt that one. That was Sam Turner, number 7.
That's just a straight-up shoulder check.
There's a takeaway from Monroe. That's Hagen Moe, who wears number 8. He recently returned from the SPHL as a return check given to Scott Doherty. Ryan Hunter speeds his way on in. Masternak, a blocker save. We have a arm in the air via the referee, which means we have a penalty. It's going to be a high stick. Barrow, Hunter, right side half boards. Stefanini, Hunter, Barrow, shoots! Took a tip. Underwood keeps it moving. What a pass in a tight area from Barrow. That gives Wickline an area to let it rip. Monroe gets it out, and they'll skate in all alone, short-handed, and Roy can't keep it out. That's a 5-hole goal short-handed for the Moccasins. Left wing side to speedy Brody Thornton. He's hit by Fornerys, swept past the stick of Colton by Schumacher, and Fornerys gets to the spot first and goes top shelf.
I'm going to tell you what, it's going to be a long weekend. We keep doing that right there. And what you got to remember is this is a team. Fornerys is an extremely fast skater. And if you're on defense, you almost got to put your nose to the grindstone and just motor. You got to motor to the puck every time. You're not necessarily getting possession. You just want him to get the possession. And right there, you see what happens. And
speed kills, Mike. This line wrecking havoc. Galvin through the legs of an unsuspecting Texmo. Liarakos waiting for a breakaway pass. He was closed right off by Balkwill.
See what happens when your forwards get back.
Sliding to the left is Christie. He tickles the twine. 3 goals for Monroe in 10:37. Scantleberry, high slot. He's patient with it. He'll dish and drive. Ballant, rink wide. Schumacher, high slot. Roy, save, rebound. They score. It's 4-0 Monroe, and a power play goal for the Moccasins. Frank Schumacher goes to the box. 2 minutes for a trip. That's the captain in the sin bin. A new unit on. Moore, Doherty, who has the puck. Doherty left side, glove save by Masternak.
I like that, though. He had the opportunity to take the shot. He took the shot. It was gloved and it was tied up. Okay. But at least it's a shot on net.
And utilized that 6'5" frame, am I right, Mike?
Yeah, turned in right into the corner. Had a nice angle with it with a stick down.
Head coach Boom Boom Bichard going with the Giants on this power play. Moore, Jemayev, and Doherty up front. On the back end, Colton and Thornton as Moore scores! You can just feel that the River Dragons are moments away from scoring their second of the game. Two teams skating for a side. Ryan Hunter, the sniper. Masternak will pat it over to the left point, where keeping the puck moving is Josh Colton. Barrow will knife his way through. Right side, Hunter! He scores! Moore with the keep. He's pressured. Underwood finds it though. Moore off of the pass from Underwood. Barrow will dance to the left, end up beneath the goal line. Moore, blast, Hunter, he scores!
Well, that's the third power play goal here in the second period. And don't look now, but this thing has just been chipped down to a 1-goal lead.
A heck of a howitzer right there.
Oh boy, just let it rip. Had a couple of chances before that, but that one there finishing it off, and now it's 4-3, and I'll tell you what, talking about a momentum swing.
A lot of time left, Mike.
And the crowd's into it now.
Scantlebury takes the puck. Grade A look incoming. Gerstein to the back door. They can't keep it out.
No. Too many numbers in front of the net. Puck bouncing.
Get away from Balkwill in the slot. Hagen Moe. Biggest save of the night for Tyler Roy. Nearly 2 minutes into the third.
He comes up a couple of feet outside the paint to cut the angle down. Had nothing to shoot at, and he pillowed it softly and got a draw.
The shot's now 23-23. The Moccasins took a 4-0 lead in this hockey game. A score that would hold through the opening 20 minutes. Columbus outscored their opposition 3-1 in the second. And now add one for Monroe, 2:02 into the third.
That was deflected off of Calvin's stick. It was just bing bang play, and it just changed direction on Roy. It just butterflied itself into the net, and holy mackerel, back to a 3-goal lead for the Moccasins.
Hagen Moe scores the goal for Monroe. They nearly turn it over, but Fornerys there to make the recovery at center. He has the puck come back to him. Pad save made by Roy. The rebound came all the way out. Luckily out of danger for the moment. Corson Green, left point. Behind the net, Liarakos. He's smudged up to the dasher. Colton gets physical with his man. There's another keep by Green. They score. Tipped in. Past Roy. That's 7 for the Moccasins.
Well, sliding right out in front there. See if we can win this draw.
Galvin does win the draw with assistance from Underwood. Moore to the low slot. Galvin, save, rebound is loose. Masternak stretches. Columbus puts it to the front once more. Down the ice and into the empty cage.
That's the bottom.
Make it 8 for Monroe.
Well, 8-4, and hopefully no more. No, that's roughing.
Are we going to have some extracurriculars? Yes, we are. Skate Scaldi. Oh, goodness. Rasmus Asp.
You got it more going on in the corner. That Schumacher.
Now Masternak and Scaldi talking, and oh my. Skates Scaldi, laying a beat down onto Ballant. Oh, baby! Tyler Roy skating out to center ice. He goes to the bench. Masternak back into the crease.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Sorry we're late. Runs in the family, right? Who are you?
It's simple. We get inside, find the cooler, fill it with Pepsi.
Isn't that breaking and entering?
No, it's just entering.
I'm not seeing a cooler.
No problem.
That pools for us.
There's no lifeguard.
This is Aunt Joni. She's married to Uncle Phil. He's from Boca.
Aunt Joni, how is your husband, Phil?
Dead. But I'm very much alive.
I don't quite know.
Can I help you with that?
Oh my gosh, thank you.
To Will and Diane, you go together like Pepsi and hot dogs.
Oh, that's so us, babe.
Pepsi, I'm not needed here. Have a great party, guys.
It really is the perfect combo. Are your friends in the blue Pepsi truck coming over too?
Abort! I'm not sorry for bringing flavor!
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
Coach, 8-4 loss to the Monroe Moccasins last night. What did you see from your team?
Well, let's state the obvious. Obviously, we weren't ready to play in the first period. You know, I do not like getting power plays early on in the game for whatever reason. But there is no excuse to give up two shorthanded goals on the same power play. Two different units, two different bone-ahead plays, and we're down 2-0.
What was the message to the locker room after the opening 20 minutes? Of course, you're down 4-0, but you played a decent period outside of one power play.
No, it was 4-0. I mean, we didn't. We were getting beat to pucks. We didn't compete. We were making bad plays, bad execution, just bad. Okay. So, I mean, usually I go in a little hot, but I mean, state the obvious. We're not a 4-0 team. I don't care against who we're playing against. You're going to have nights like that for whatever reason. And, you know, they took it to us. You know, on a positive note, could have easily folded the tent and it could have been 8-0 and called it a day and mailed it in. But I thought the guys kind of regained their composure, got a little ticked off, played with a little hair across, and they started hitting and banging and playing the way we're supposed to play, and we made a game of it.
You talk about that adjustment and making a game of it. You outscore Monroe 3-1 in the second period. Talk about how you think your team played in the second stanza and how Roisey was able to settle down in the middle frame.
Yeah, you know what? You look at Roisey out of the goals scored. I mean, probably 2. I'd like to think 2. And again, I mean, it's a team. Hockey's one of the most team game there is. There's 6 guys on the ice. Goalie's the last guy. Obviously, it looks bad on him. And if you look back in the first period, you know, first 5 minutes, 6 minutes, it was kind of fairly even, and I thought we actually played all right. Give up 2 breakaways, probably the first 2 shots that he's seen. Yep. Our breakaways, not cool, type thing. And then I thought he settled down a little bit. Obviously, the third one, 5-hole goal coming in, wasn't great. But, you know, you like to think we didn't lose because of Tyler Roy. You know, I think, again, not to harp on the refs, I don't think they were sharp per se. I thought they let a lot of stuff go, and you know, we fight back, make it 4-3 in the second period. Cody Wickline gets interfered with, manhandled, thrown to the ice by, I think it was Mo. It doesn't matter who it was, but no call. 30 seconds, 40 seconds later, they score. We shot it. Should have been on the power play, which the power play was kind of buzzing at that point. Yep. You know, which makes it 5-3, and kind of go on from there. But again, team play. Got to hit those buttons where we know where everyone's going. You got to know where the puck's going before it's going. Before you get it, and we need guys surrounding it, puck pursuit, and you know, I need guys around the puck all the time, you know, on the defensive side and on the offensive side. So, you know, again, I thought in the second and third period a little bit better, and then, you know, kind of got away from you.
Coach, it seems like prior to the 5th Monroe goal, the ice was tilted in your favor. How much of a backbreaker is that to have the missed call, or no call, I should say?
Yeah,
and then
well, you know, you got the missed call there, and then, you know, at the end of the day, again, broken play in the D zone coverage where we have numbers back, and we got a guy that kind of misreads on what the puck is doing, and, you know, he's in breakout mode, and we're still in D zone coverage, and we allow a kind of a goal mouth scramble, and we got outnumbered to get back to the net, and the puck bounces and this and that. And, you know, you look at it, I'd like to think Monroe had some puck luck as well. You know, Yanni's 4th goal, broken play in front of the net, you know, puck dribbles right to him on the side of the net, and Yanni gets one of Yanni's goals. And then the same thing on that 5th goal in the second period, a little bit of puck luck where it's kind of a goal mouth scramble and the puck's bouncing around, and it just gets tapped in type thing. So, you know what, you got to, I think in order to get puck luck, you got to play a certain way. And you know what, we didn't for the most part. And you know, again, we could have easily laid down and cashed it in and mailed it in, and we didn't, and we somewhat made it a game of it.
Ryan Hunter with his 3rd hat trick of the season. He was just on fire.
Yeah, you know what? It's tough to say, hey, Huntsy, maybe you should pull that down and make a pass or make a play. You know, when he's on. He's just got an unbelievable shot, and the guys know where he is and look for him. And that's a good thing. If they start keying on him, that'll make somebody else open if people start keying on him type thing. So obviously it's great. I do need more than one guy scoring in a game against a Monroe or an Athens.
Ben Stefanini and Lair Patekin make their River Dragons debut last night. What did you see from the two of them?
Yeah, you know what? I thought Ben played well. I mean, he does a lot of little things right, and you know, he's not blinding speed. He's not going to blow anybody up, but he gets in your face and he goes to those areas and makes good plays. For the most part, I thought he played fairly well. And yeah, Lair Patekin there, yeah, he had some big hits, and exactly kind of what the doctor ordered. He keeps things fairly simple. He skates well, disperses the puck good, and obviously he played very physical. So exactly what we were looking for.
What lineup adjustments are you expecting for tonight, if any? I know we talked about yesterday, perhaps Trevor Babin back in net.
Yeah, Babs is playing tonight. We'll leave Snelly in there as a backup, and then Storage is in, and I believe Big Tex is out.
Okay, so Skate Scaldi remains in after last night?
Yep.
Talk to me about that scrum at the end of the
Which
game.
one?
I was going to say the one right at the buzzer there where he had a chat with Master.
You know what? I mean, I'll be lying to you if I didn't want to see something transpire. But, you know, obviously I did not want to see what happened per se. But, you know, I think the refs got it right. Not initially, but after the fact, I think they realized they overcalled, and actually the goalie, a little push to the goalie to get out of my face doesn't warrant somebody sucker punching you type thing. So I'd like to think Blount got what he deserved and call it a day.
All right, Coach, it's now time for your fun question. On that note, what was your favorite interaction with a goaltender in your career as a player?
Oh boy, I've had a few. I got a couple I can talk about. I know back in junior, we were getting a penalty. Goalies coming out to get the extra attacker on the ice, and I believe I might have ran over him with him coming to the bench. Sorry, Rod Hauk. And then years later in Lafayette, Louisiana, actually. Again, we were probably a little overmatched going into the ice dome, or the ice dome there, or whatever you call it down in Lafayette, the Cajun Dome. And yeah, the puck was out of the offensive zone, and I just happened to be right in front of the goalie, and he kind of gave me a little whack, and I just kind of hauled off and punched him in the face, and turned around and saw 5 guys coming to get me. So.
And I bet you handled them with aplomb, huh?
Yeah, I didn't go down swinging. Not swinging, that's for sure. But that was probably the 2 goalie interactions that I enjoyed.
Coach, I have one more question for you, going a little out of order here. Just going back to last night, just one last question. Jay Krupp and Joel Texmo seem to have a little bit of an interaction at the bench. I'm just curious. I know some of the fans might be wondering what they were talking about.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we invite you to please rise and remove your hats and take a moment for a pregame prayer. Tonight's prayer being led by Jeff Mills and Noah Sawhill, leaders of the Columbus River Dragons team Bible study. Jeff and Noah faithfully pour into the lives of our players each week, offering guidance, encouragement, and fellowship off the ice. We'd also like to extend a heartfelt thank you to Jeff Troop for trusting them to be there each week, and to the entire River Dragons staff for their faithfulness, and support. They share that it is truly an honor and tremendous blessing to be part of these men's lives. And now, please join us for tonight's pregame prayer with Jeff Mills and Noah Sawhill.
Thank you. Before I go to prayer, I want to read a good verse of scripture. It's one that we've used several times this year in our devotions. In Matthew 22:36 through 40, the disciples asked Jesus, "Teacher, what is the greatest commandment in the law?" Jesus replied, "Love the Lord your God with all your heart, with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and greatest commandment. And the second is like it. Love your neighbor as yourself. All the law and
As the ceremonial puck drop gets underway, Liam G and Mike Vee back here with you inside of the broadcast booth. A perfect time to introduce the lines for the River Dragons tonight. Sorry, Kirk. Sorry, Frank Schumacher. We got some business to attend to. Alex Storjahan, Mike, he returns to the River Dragons starting lineup after a one-game suspension. He goes right back in the middle between Tyler Barrow and Cody Wickline. The second line, it's the man who secured his third hat trick of the season last night, Ryan Hunter, from left to right. He, Alexander Jemayev, and Kyle Moore account for the second line. Ben Stefanini, the former Moccasin and the fire starter of the night, will play on the left on line number 3. In the middle, his former college teammate in Ryan Galvin. On the right, Scott Doherty. The lone extra forward is Skate Scaldi. Joel Texmo, who was in the lineup last night, is scratched this evening. On defense, Brody Thornton paired up with Lair Patakin, playing in his second game as a River Dragon. Nathan Balkwill playing with Kirk Underwood as always, and Mike Winn with Josh Colton, number 5. In between the pipes, it's the Dark Knight, Trevor Babin, backed up by Jacob Snellenberg. The River Dragons will skate from left to right, wearing their black jerseys. Monroe skates from right to left. It's Ryan Galvin and Jared Christie at the center ice logo. The puck has been dropped. The River Dragons take possession. We are underway. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time on tonight's game. In net for Monroe, the same goaltender that the roadside put forth yesterday evening. It's Tyler Masternak. While in goal for the River Dragons, as I touched on at the top, that's Trevor Babin. Columbus comes into this game with a record of 25-13, 4-2-1. They have 85 points, third in the Continental. They lost their last game, of course, that being last night. While Monroe, 28-7, 4-2-0. They have 92 points. They are tied for first place in the Continental Division. As Skate Scaldi gets a touch, he'll lift it, but the puck stopped down by the Moccasin at the line. Mike, 54 seconds in, we have a hand pass.
Well, to start things off here, a little bit different than last night. Not a power play right off the bat. What difference is that tonight what we're seeing is, or what we're going to hopefully see, is those forwards coming back and helping out in their own zone, particularly on the breakout, because the forecheck, the opportunistic Moccasins last night took advantage of some turnovers, particularly on them shorthanded situations.
We were talking about off air, Mike, that sometimes being given a power play to start a game could be a little bit more of a curse than it is a blessing. And head coach Bichard echoed that sentiment during Coach's Corner, which you all saw during the pregame report. Thank you, as always, to our friends over at F&M Cigars for providing my conversation with the coach. So here's Alex Storjahan. Tape to tape. Tyler Barrow, a slap shot to open the scoring. Masternak patted it to the far corner, which is where Barrow wound up.
He handled that shot well, deflecting that rebound away from trouble.
Beautiful keep by the big-bodied Mike Winn at the left point. He had Jemayev for a moment. Now the pest of the game, Tucker Scantlebury, engulfed by a combination of Winn and Patakin. Meanwhile, Kyle Moore near a wing. That's a blocker save by Masternak. The biscuit out of play, 2:01 into the game.
Support in your own zone. When you saw what happened, almost a turnover, and then you're able to take it back away because you had numbers. You had 2-on-1 to be able to take away from Scantlebury. But that's one of the things that you noticed right in the beginning of the game. Our forwards coming back. Do we got support in our own zone? Let's come to the puck. Let's not just slap it all around and run around in our own zone.
Jemayev wins the faceoff. Ryan Hunter at the blue line came together with Casey Gerstein, was looking to the official for a call. The first period, as always, on the River Dragons Broadcast Network is proudly brought to you by Chick-fil-A in Midland. So Lair Patakin, how about that dish from the wall? Moore will dangle and send a backhander off of the window. Moore to the blue. Jemayev to the left. Thornton missed the cage by not much. So Jared Christie, number 5. Had a 3-point game last night, 2 goals and a assist. We have an offside at the River Dragon blue line. And Mike, that's an offside on the opponent, which is brought to you by our friends over at Old School Barbershop. And I asked you last night, I'm going to ask you again. Do you need a little bit off your sides? Do you, Mike?
I looked at it in the mirror when I got home last night. I was like, I better go down to the I better go down there. There's no doubt about it. It's a little long.
Well, Mike, if you are planning on going down to Old School Barbershop, do remember that appointments are required. You can book online on Instagram, Facebook, or by visiting www.oldschoolbarbershop.com. Shop spelled SHOPPE. As wheeling in front of the goaltender for the River Dragons, Trevor Babin, is Ryan Galvin. Galvin got the start tonight as we have a tripping penalty that will come on the River Dragons.
Hey, he stepped on his stick.
All I will say about that, Mike, is that, well, the River Dragons went to a power play around the same time in the first period of last night's game. They were down 2-0. So perhaps being shorthanded, not the worst thing.
Well, let's see if Deja Vu does it different again, being that the shorthanded goal goes the other way.
But in all honesty, Mike, I saw what you saw. I did not see an infraction. I saw
there's
an unfortunate series of events.
Weak calls, and then there's those calls.
Ryan Galvin goes to the box, and it's got to always stink going to the box, but especially when you're not guilty.
He stepped on my stick.
What is Ryan supposed to do? So Columbus goes to the floor in the core, penalty kill. Last night, the River Dragons did give up a power play goal. Yanni Liarakos scored at 13:02 of the first. So Schumacher left point. A quick note on Frank Schumacher. He has the highest plus-minus in the entire league. Plus 41.
Wow.
It was a plus 3 last night. As Babin makes a stop with the lower body. There's Schumacher. Perhaps he intentionally missed the net there, looking for a bounce that he got. And Kyler Matthews could not hit the net with his bid.
Yeah, man.
Matthews has it back. He'll survey and send. Picked off by Barrow. Moccasins did well, though, to make sure that Storjahan couldn't squeeze through. Because you know Barrow, with his hockey sense, he would be able to funnel a puck to Storjahan, who was driving up ice.
Thread the needle pass.
We are exactly 60 seconds through the floor and decor penalty kill, and even more time will come off of the clock as the blue liner, a part of the second unit, Josh Colton, will send it down the sheet. The numbers in terms of the special teams for each side. On the penalty kill, the River Dragons at 84%. That number dropped down a little bit after the power play goal last night as Schumacher shoots. It's blocked. Turner at the top. In terms of the power play, there's the numbers on your screen. 25% on the man advantage for Monroe. The Moccasins moving around the umbrella. This is Fornerys. Babin got his glove up. Did not have to make a save. Mike Winn in between two Moccasins, that being Scantlebury, who has the puck, and Hagen Moe, who is at the back door. The bomb from Turner. Scantlebury got a piece of that. Babin was ready. The puck in the middle. Babin slides over to his left. Kept in by Monroe. Out of the box and on to the kill comes Galvin. No kill, no more. No. Galvin takes the puck, and he will carom the biscuit all the way down.
That's a pretty darn good puck movement by the Moccasins, though, in that power play. They got a few shots off, but none of them able to beat Babin.
And last night, Mike, after giving up 4 goals in the opening frame, it's of utter importance that the River Dragons score the first one tonight. Will it come here? Masternak smothers the puck despite not handling the shot from Brody Thornton all that cleanly.
Well, Doherty's saying, get away from me. Stop touching me. Get away from me. Makes his presence known and after the whistle.
That's the yapping Yanni Liarakos. 14-11 to go in the first period. We'll be right back.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Welcome back to The Lair. My name is Liam G. The next voice you will hear is Mike Vee. The score is 0-0. The River Dragons taking on the Moccasins for the 4th time this season. Clean draw win for the fire starter of the night, Ben Stefanini. Stefanini out of Framingham, Massachusetts as Galvin. He slapped that off of the neck of Masternak. The neck guard, that is. In the neutral zone, Patekin steps right up. Head coach Bichard during Coach's Corner had some positive words to describe Patekin's River Dragon debut. I thought he provided a lot of what I saw when he was in Blue Ridge.
He was just trying to throw a nice hit there, just missed.
So Doherty will work in. He waits for his teammates to get onside. Hunter will pick it up. He shoots, save made.
Man.
That was a juicy rebound. Off of the gear of Masternak. Here's Underwood with a bid, and Masternak stops it. And somehow he gets his glove to the puck despite
What is it?
the River Dragons swarming the crease.
Asp out in front of the net, just had Hunter tied up. That rebound was just dangling right there, but Hunter couldn't get to it. It was a nice defensive play to tie the man up and get the draw inside the moccasin zone.
How would you evaluate Tyler Masternak, Mike? 12-3-2, 2.52 goals against average, a .914 save percentage. He faced 34 shots last night, but I don't feel the quality, necessarily reflected.
I mean, it seems to me, or at least last night, it seemed the guys were going high on him. I hadn't seen him enough to know which way to go. But I mean, when you get like scouting reports around, again, hey, you want to beat this guy high. He's a little weak on the glove side, a little weak on the blocker side, wherever.
Yep.
It looks like and I'm not saying that's the case. It just appeared to me that they were going high on him last night.
Well, I'm noticing rebounds
tonight more so than last night. Yeah.
So here's Rasmus Asp. He's a blue liner out of Sweden, 6'4". He sent Nathan Balkwill on his heels. Balkwill has the puck come to him. He'll move it north, intended for more. But the Moccasins clean inside of their own zone. This is Fornerys. Turnover. Hunter, the tap. Moore. Can he finish it off? Masternak. Masterful in the net. A good chance one way means there's a good look coming the other, perhaps. The River Dragons make sure that the words that just came out of my mouth do not come to fruition. Jemayev to Hunter. Hunter draws a penalty. That's going to be 2 minutes for interference.
Yeah.
One power play for the Moccasins. They did not score. Now 7:40 into the first period. The River Dragons will go up a man.
Saying the referee, I gave a nice little diagram of that situation. He said he elbowed him. That was the impedance and the interference call. So a power play opportunity now. You've had one power play for the Moccasins, and now here's one for the River Dragons.
Last night, the River Dragons lit the lamp 3 times on the power play. Ryan Hunter did so twice.
I haven't heard a whistle, have you?
The puck did go out of play.
Yeah, I never heard a whistle there. Everybody was looking up in the air, and I was waiting for a whistle.
Ryan Hunter, after his hat trick last night, is 10 goals away from becoming the all-time leader in goals scored in franchise history. Storjahan. Masternak makes the save.
I like it that we're getting chances to out in front. We're getting some rebounds that weren't there last night. We got some bodies in front of the net to try to get a hold of those. Keep shooting.
So Ryan Hunter, he'll chip and chase. Take a check to the back. Wickline from behind the net. It's dug free by the team in white. And on to the tape of the Dark Knight, Trevor Babin, who will stretch it up ahead. Hunter from the wall. Storjahan in over the attacking line. The captain, Underwood, will switch places with Storjahan, who will flick it beneath the goal line for Wickline, who picks it up. The forward out of Texas goes for Barrow. Turning and shooting is Storjahan. Save made, rebound, and oh my goodness, Masternak. That is best save of the opening 8:40 of the hockey game, and he's made quite a few good ones.
Masternak, unlike last night, he's getting peppered early here, and he's on his mark. He was right there on that second shot that came in. He was ready for it right even before the shooter got squared. So he's in his zone.
The shots on goal are 11-2 River Dragons. In the box is Kyler Matthews, 2 minutes for interference. The penalty taken at 7:40. Brody Thornton, Josh Colton. Kyle Moore surveys the scene. Inside of the left circle, here's Thornton with a shot. Masternak makes the glove save, and then the rebound was loose for the third or fourth time already in the first $1.17 of this power play.
He just rolled right out the glove, but he was able to cover it up before anybody was there. Doherty was certainly looking for a juicy rebound, didn't get it. So you got the big man unit up there now. You saw that last night.
I'm going to make a prediction here. Josh Colton, power play goal.
All right. 43 seconds for that to happen.
Jemayev wins the draw. Thornton. Jemayev. Down the wall. Look for the River Dragons to tee up Colton, who's waiting at the left circle if they can gain possession, which they do. Doherty, Thornton, Jemayev. Thornton across. Colton shoots! Masternak the save. Can you imagine?
Just took like a little half wrister.
It's on his offhand as Doherty's got it at the right dot. Colton straight on. The power play comes to a close in 5 seconds. Doherty from the right circle. Met by Fornerys, who loses an edge as he came together with Doherty. Jemayev.
If he's laying on the puck.
And Doherty have lost sight of the puck.
You can get a delay of game for that, but not going to call it.
And the referee's giving it to him.
Yeah, I mean, you technically it's a delay of game. You just intentionally lay on the puck. Then what ends up happening is somebody's going to end up pitchforking you trying to get the puck away, and then
he's going to complain.
Yes,
yeah,
of course.
And then, so Josh Colton does not score a power play goal, but, it came close. 15 shots in this hockey game, though, Mike. 13 for the Dragons.
And not a bad-looking power play either. So both teams have come out. They've had a good power play, good puck movement, got some shots, some opportunities. They were shut down by the goaltenders.
Indeed. The River Dragons have 4 home games after tonight, 2 with Monroe, 2 with PD. 4th meeting against the Moccasins tonight. They're 0 for 3 as Underwood tries to get his club off to a good start this evening. He got a deflection from a man in front of the net. Perhaps that was Skate Scaldi. Scaldi wearing the full cage tonight after he had 2 fights. Fought Casey Gerstein early on in the game, and then right at the final horn, Andrew Ballant is wrapping it around is Stefanini. The fire starter of the night nearly went to the roof for a goal as, man, Scaldi got rocked by Scantlebury.
I'll tell you what, I'll tell you in a second.
Let's Go Dragons comes from the crowd as cross corner the dump in from the former member of the Baton Rouge Zydeco, Ethan Matcham.
Somebody's stick went flying over the, Underwood's stick went over the glass.
My goodness, that's quite a souvenir. A member of the security personnel here at the Civic Center the one to win the grand prize. Which means Kirk will get his stick back.
Yep.
The Moccasins doing some more pinning of the puck to the wall. Skate Scaldi talking to the linesman perhaps after he took that hit from Scantlebury.
Scully took that hit and his stick went flying. He went spinning. The stick bounced once on the ice and he just picked it up perfectly as if it was in symphony with the stick. It was an amazing, if you would have seen it again, if you wrap up the tape, it's pretty cool.
Hockey, the beautiful game. We'll be right back.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Oh my cheese. The new OM cheeseburger from Applebee's. We took our juicy all-beef patty, melty American cheese, crispy applewood smoked bacon, spicy honey mustard, and fries, and put it on a sizzling skillet of cheese. So push the cheese, pull the cheese, love the cheese. Too much cheese? Never. Applebee's new OM cheeseburger for $11.99, also on our 2 for $25 menu.
Sturgeon aggressive off of the faceoff. Matcham fell down, but he successfully worked the puck D to D. Here come the Dragons. Sturgeon with Barrow. Barrow will take a slapper. It goes off of the side of the net.
Another stick that got left on the ice.
Winn will wheel back behind the cage. 8:20 on the clock here in the first period. A very large crowd here at the Civic Center.
It's 4 for 40.
Fans enjoying the Family 4-Pack, the second to last game for the Family 4-Pack this year. The final opportunity, April 11th. There will be commercials all throughout the broadcast promoting it. Barely onside, Wickline and Barrow. That was close.
Yeah.
So Fornerys will speed. A slapper at center. Misses the net. And perhaps with the lack of production from the Moccasins offensively, they'll settle for shots from the neutral zone just to get something onto Babin, who has gone 3 for 3 in the period. That can be both a good thing and a bad thing for a goaltender sometimes.
Yeah, I'm just curious on the amount of shots that have been fired on him. Very few.
Here comes a chance for Monroe. Christie driving, Scantlebury sends, and the puck eluded the stick of Christie. Thornton and Hunter. Thornton sweeps it in. Tyler Masternak, the goaltender out of Oshawa, Ontario, will move it along. Here's Lair Patakin in the neutral zone. He has to contend with the stick of Scantlebury, but Ryan Galvin will get it deep. If you're just joining us, the River Dragons and Moccasins are scoreless. Monroe won 8-4 yesterday evening. Christie has a step behind the defense.
How about that?
Not if Lair Patakin had anything to say about it.
That's a great stick check. But you can see the Moccasins, they don't mind dangling two guys at the red line, do they? For those long outlet passes.
Hagen Moe, who scored in the third period last night, right circle with a leg up. A shot from Kyler Matthews, and he is going to pay the price after the whistle.
Oh, Doherty's there.
Skate Scaldi, too.
Maybe not the two guys you want to go ahead and push your luck in that situation, but nonetheless, order restored.
Kyler Matthews, 6'0", 190 pounds, out of Alliston, Ontario. 27 points in 41 games this season.
I'll tell you what's a good thing that I saw is on a Fornerys putting the body on him. He's kind of been out there skating. He is just so talented. You got to get a body on him, or you got to impede his progress. You got to get a stick check on him. Can't let him go out there and do his thing. And I think it was Scaldi that gave him a nice little bump there on the wall.
Storjahan wins the puck away from Fornerys on that draw. Now that's the announcer's jinx. Give him a compliment, he loses the faceoff. Now Columbus on the offensive. Storjahan joining the play is Balkwill. The puck comes to Underwood, the captain, at the right point. He'll roll it around the bottom of the boards. Barrow, quick shot. Masternak the save. The puck is still loose. Storjahan comes together with Turner. He'll boot it up the far wall. Joining the party was Underwood. He is talking with Kyler Matthews. 3-on-2 though for Monroe. It's Hagen Moe. He scores.
Boy. Once again, a 3-on-2 down low. And it's the odd man break on there. Once again, we saw it was almost a 2-on-0 on a previous play, and now you get that on the 3-on-2.
And I'll tell you what, Underwood was getting roughed up there behind the play.
Yeah, yeah, he was getting, but that's
one of your defensemen who's not able to get back.
But he's evened off. You got another player to get back, you know. It's just one of those things.
I think maybe that's what Kyle Moore was talking about. Maybe a penalty was missed. And you know, that just stings, right? You're out shooting your opponent 17-5.
But they just opportunistic. They just wait and wait for the right time, and then they make their move. They've scored how many goals on really 2-on-1s, breakaways.
And the key here is not letting the first period get away from the River Dragons.
No, keep the momentum going. You still have the momentum. Oh.
Kyle Moore tripped right down. I just do not understand how the referee right in the vicinity does not call that. Just don't get it. Good thing somebody did, but man, oh man.
I was going to say, at least if the left one didn't, the right one did, and the penalty is coming up on the trip.
Kyle Moore looked like he was rolling down a mountain there.
He was. He got upended, both skates off the ice. But a power play here at 5:05 left in the first. You just got scored on. You know that your power play, you had it working last night. Let's see if you can get it unwound here. There's third opportunity, right? Third?
Second opportunity.
Second.
Frank Schumacher to the box. 2 minutes for tripping. The power play begins with Alex Storjahan, Tyler Barrow, Cody Wickline, who takes the faceoff, Ryan Hunter, and Kirk Underwood at the back. Barrow, left dot, he scores!
That's how you answer it. That's exactly how you answer it. You come right back with a power play goal and you tie things up.
'34th goal of the season for Tyler Barrow. He's now got a 14-game point streak.
Well, the steal one from Deportes. That power play unit is in fuego.
You win the face-off. There's Wickline at the left dot for those of you watching on YouTube Live. Barrow, everybody thought that Barrow was going for Hunter at the top of the right circle, including the goaltender Masternak, and by the time Barrow let it rip, the goaltender was not ready. The score is tied. It's 1-1, 15-10 into the game.
So now you got Barrow putting the light in the lamp. He's been on the assist streak going. Now he's got a goal and a power play goal at that.
If he gets himself another point tonight, which I predict he just might, he'll have multi-point games in 13 out of his last 14 games. That was his 8th power play goal of the season. Entering tonight's contest, he led the league in points with 87. What else can you say about the forward out of Massapequa, New York?
It's called just consistency. He's a consistent scoring player. and you need a guy like that. Him and Hunter being bookends on the power play, just outstanding, especially if you get Barrow to start shooting and lighting the lamp.
The final 4:37 of the first period when we come back. The River Dragons searching for their first win against the Monroe Moccasins this season. Down 4-0 after 20 last night with 4:37 left to play in the opening period tonight. Columbus knotted up with Monroe at a goal apiece. The go-ahead goal coming, perhaps? Mike Winn, near point, does a good work to keep it into the zone for the moment, but now both he and Josh Colton will have to reverse.
Now you bring your forwards back, nice.
Colton and Winn played with one another for years in Motor City with the Rockers. Now together, once again, with a new team. From the corner, Doherty to the top, Colton shoots, save, rebound, Masternak down. Doherty, Galvin, and Stefanini could not find the puck. Odd man rush coming. How about that poke check from Rasmus Asp?
Yeah,
he had to make a decision. And he elected to be the aggressor.
Smart play at that, broke it up.
We are 16 minutes and 25 seconds into the first period, which as always is brought to you by our friends over at Chick-fil-A in Midland. My name is Liam G. Alongside me is Mike Vee. Stick around during the first intermission. Mike Vee and I will break down the opening period of hockey. We'll take a look at our out-of-town scoreboard presented by our friends over at Selmo Zippin as more stick goes into the air. He makes the catch and feathers it through to Jemayev. That's the second time we've seen that in this period.
Boy, they try to feather guys through the defense, get behind them.
So twirling like a ballerina is Thornton. He'll stand like a statue behind Trevor Babin. Babin's had to make just 4 saves. Hunter comes together with Asp. From the near side flank to the far side flank, Gerstein's forward progress impeded. Offside whistled at the line or too many men? No, we have offside.
He called an offside. I don't know if there's a lot of agreement on the River Dragon side of things, but nonetheless the whistle. You got to be careful with Monroe. They are really dangling 2 forwards behind the pointman looking for outlet passes, and got to be mindful of that when you're watching for that long lead pass out.
So Fornerys, who's been a pest all weekend, he'll set up a teammate. That's Jamie Dorsey, who wears number 18, cutting to the cage. Wickline ahead. Barrow for his second. He scores!
I'll tell you what, that wasn't exactly the way it worked. He wanted it to work out, but it worked out anyways. As the puck rolls by Masternak, he's able to just tap it into the open net. And it's a 2-1 lead. Look at this. With 1:56 remaining in the first period. How about the worm turning here?
You can't stop him. Tyler Barrow. 35 goals.
His second tonight.
Ryan Hunter with a hat trick last night. Tyler Barrow on his way. Christie, can he knife through? No, he can't. Babin used his paddle. Stefanini off the high glass. Good play there inside of the defensive zone, Mike.
Just get it out.
Without icing the puck. Should have been an icing on Monroe, but Trevor Babin wanted it. I wanted it. The whole building wanted it. Colton, the one-handed swipe despite falling down.
A lot of
Columbus
chopping.
sharp tonight, you can tell.
Oh yeah. A lot of stick work out there, though, in this last minute or so.
Jemayev shadows Liarakos, but Liarakos doesn't have the puck. That's Frank Schumacher. Fornerys at the center ice logo into the gear of Liarakos, who will glove it down to himself. Schumacher to the right wing, taken by Thornton. He's got his head up and players up the ice. That was Hunter and Moore. Moore inside of his own blue line near wing. Onto the tape of Hunter. He tapped it immediately. Rasp was all over it. Thornton, though, keeps it in. Do the River Dragons have a buzzer beater? Jemayev. Moore shoots. It pinballs to Liarakos, who will lift it right outside of the line. The first period is over. Columbus, despite giving up the first goal, has the lead.
You know, that's a period that the River Dragons took. They just took that period. While they gave up the first goal, they just right away come back with a power play goal, and then they just turn it on and get that second goal. But the period itself was carried by the River Dragons. Good rebound off an 8-4 loss last night.
Columbus outshoots Monroe 21-6 through the first 20 minutes. We will talk about the opening frame and more when we come back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network.
Vector Ply Corporation is a world-leading manufacturer of carbon, fiberglass, and Kevlar composite fabrics located in Phoenix City, Alabama. Our customers depend on us to produce iconic brands such as Malibu and Nautique boats, Cub Crafter airplanes, and the historic C8 mid-engine Corvette. Even the light poles surrounding the Columbus Civic Center were produced by a Vector Ply customer using Vector Ply fabrics. If you're looking for an exciting career with a growing manufacturer located right here in the Chattahoochee Valley, visit our website, VectorPly.com, to learn more about Vector Ply and our opportunities.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
.16 minutes on the clock here at the Columbus Civic Center. That's how long it'll be until the puck drops on the second period. Liam G and Mike V back here with you. Mike, a lot of excitement in the building now. Columbus went down 1-0 after a goal from Hagen Moe. 2 straight, though, from number 8 for the good guys, Tyler Barrow.
Yeah, I mean, in a good period. It was a period that the fundamentals, they did things right. They came back, supported their own zone. They ended up working out well with the power play, obviously, getting a power play goal. And then, of course, that late goal by Barrow is one of those, I don't want to say it's fluky because he out-hustled the defenseman to get to it, but he was able to get to it, and then on his second effort, be able to put it into the open net. So 2-1, can't ask for more after a tough one after last night.
We spoke about the 2 goals for Tyler Barrow. Preceding that was a goal for Hagen Moe, who scored at 14:32 of the first period. What can you say about a team that lost by 4 goals last night? It was a frustrating evening here at the Civic Center for the River Dragons. You fall behind 1-0 despite outshooting your opponent at that time 15-3. That's some solid resilience for this group to go down 1-0 tonight and then give themselves a lead by the time the opening period comes to a close.
Well, what was good about it is that they got the power play and they scored right away. I think it was less than a minute from the time that they scored the goal to the time that the game was tied. So when you look at it from the point of momentum.
7 seconds.
Yes, okay, under a minute, one of the things that you look at, though, is, hey, you answered right away. You got yourself right. Nobody, dropped their heads. Nobody went, oh, no, oh, me, oh, my, here we go again. They just got their nose to the grindstone, got the power play set up, scored the first power play goal, and then the rest of the period they played very well.
So backing up a little bit to the goal for Hagen Moe. Once again, scored at 14:32. It's Hagen Moe, assisted by number 9. That's Carlos Fornerys. We talked about Carlos Fornerys. He was the best of the game last night. And tonight, he's doing all of the little things in all 3 zones to be an effective player for his group.
The difference, though, I think tonight, as opposed to last night, Fornerys was unbelievable. He walked our defensemen at times. I mean, he made some moves with his stick work. He's a skater. He can get himself open. He can shoot. You saw a top shelf goal that he scored last night. Thing tonight, though, I think that the River Dragons kind of been addressing, getting a little body on him, getting a little interference on him. Don't let him kind of just go out there and figure skate in your own zone. Get out there, get a body in between him, get a stick check on him. Be a pest to him. Don't allow him to beat you.
Then exactly 30 seconds later, it was Tyler Barrow. I know we already talked about it. Scored 7 seconds into the man advantage. Tyler Barrow, I talk about this, a few times when we're on the road and I have the broadcast to myself. It's so dangerous for an opposing team to have to defend the power play where you have an option like Tyler Barrow at the left circle and Ryan Hunter at the right circle. Barrow's vision, you could tell that he was thinking all the way, I'm passing this puck to Ryan Hunter. Then boom, right at the last second, his eyes go to the net. That's where the puck goes, and he scores.
And again, both of them can do 2 things. Both of them can pass the puck, they can set up plays, and they can finish plays. That's very, very difficult to defend because you're obviously in a power play. You're 1 man down anyways. Never mind, you've got 2 bookends like that. Both of them that can beat you either with a pass or a stick. So it's a really tough thing, and that's why I think you've seen, between them they have, 23 power play goals between each other. So, I mean, pretty successful power play, and that's a luxury to have, particularly going into the playoffs.
Absolutely, as the River Dragons are gearing up for the playoffs. The regular season is dwindling down. So Tyler Barrow scored on the power play. That tied the score 1-1. Tyler Barrow would not be done. However, he would score once again at 18:04. And you know what? I think luck was on Tyler Barrow's side on that goal, but you have to put yourself in a position to succeed. And he walked all alone on Tyler Masternak, and the puck trickled in.
Well, he did that with speed. He was able to outmotive the defenseman to the puck and the goaltender. I think Masternak wanted to come out on that play, but he got kind of caught in that, I don't want to come out, I'm going to stay in. And then at that point, as he goes down, Barrow's able to get the shot off. It just kind of rolls off of Masternak, and then Barrow's able to just one-hand it into the net, and there you go for your second goal in the lead in the end of the period.
Tyler Barrow in that period scored his 34th and 35th goals of the season. Going to have to take a look at the league website to see where he is in terms of the league lead in goals. Of course, the PD Ice Cats playing tonight. Patrick Smarson-Kevics right there alongside Tyler Barrow. CJ Stubbs, the former River Dragon 2 for the Binghamton Black Bears, entering his name into the goal-scoring lead conversation. So the score, 2-1 Columbus. The goaltenders, he got lost a little bit in the excitement of the period. Trevor Babin, 5 saves on 6 shots. How do you keep yourself in the game when you don't have a lot of rubber coming your way?
I mean, it's kind of weird like that. There are games that, you know, right from the start you're peppered, and other games it's almost like, jeepers, you know, I'm just back here, I'm just watching the game. But you always got to be ready, and Babin's answered the call. At one goal that went by him, it was a 3-on-2, not his fault. And then you've seen him made a couple of good saves. Hasn't had a lot of action on him, but I don't think that's going to last. I'm pretty sure the Moccasins are going to come out and start putting some rubber on that net.
Speaking of the Moccasins, Tyler Masternak, who wears number 35, he started last night, so perhaps fatigue is becoming a little bit of a factor for Masternak. He made 19 saves on 21 River Dragon shots in the first period. We're going to send it to a quick commercial timeout. Then when we come back, we're going to take you all on a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League. It's the Out-of-Town Scoreboard, presented by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin, and a look at standings around the FPHL when the puck dropped tonight.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie Cooks Pest Control.
We've got a dragon down on the ice.
A warm welcome back to the Columbus Civic Center, 8:10 on the clock. That's the amount of time that separates you all from River Dragons hockey once again. But for now, you'll have to settle for me. The Out-of-Town Scoreboard, here it is. Brought to you by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. We'll kick off our drive in Danbury. The Hat-Tricks, they're taking on the Blue Ridge Bobcats. The score is 1-0. Blue Ridge in the lead. That game in the first period. Elsewhere, a bit of a lopsided score. The Indiana Sentinels and the Port Huron Prowlers. Port Huron already up 3-0 on home ice in the first period. This next game is a big one. It's a Continental Division clash. The Athens Rock Lobsters, the PD Ice Cats. It very well could be a playoff matchup by the time we're all set and done. I would not be too pleased to see the PD Ice Cats if I were the Athens Rock Lobsters come playoff time. Just going to put that out there. They went to a shootout yesterday evening where Athens was the victor. Tonight, the Rock Lobsters have a 1-0 lead. The goal scorer in that game, Joe Mack. The Binghamton Black Bears and the Watertown Wolves. Binghamton 3-0 over Watertown. I will say this, though. Matthew Horn traded to the Watertown Wolves. Thank you, Matthew. Was a good River Dragon. Played well. I hope to see him back at some point during his professional hockey career. But for right now, in Watertown with the Wolves, wish you nothing but the best. The Twin City Thunderbirds and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. That concludes the slate around the league outside of the Dragons and the Moccasins. The puck drops at 8:05 Eastern Standard Time on that game. The standings around the league. Let's see how all of these teams are lining up. The Continental, led by, well, Athens and Monroe, 92 points apiece. The River Dragons are in third. They have 85 points. While PD is in fourth, they trail the River Dragons by 22 points, but they can gain quite a bit of ground because after tonight, the next 3 games for the River Dragons, all against the PD Ice Cats and all on the road at the Florence Center. Can't wait to be there alongside all of you on the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Behind the PD Ice Cats, well, it's the Twin City Thunderbirds, who I don't want to say have thrown in the towel, but when you trade away Gus Ford amidst the tough season, perhaps that is telling your fans that this year might not be the year, but the Thunderbirds retain the rights to Gus Ford after the season comes to an end, so they can get back to their winning ways next season. A team to watch out for in the future, but this year they take a little bit of a step back. They're 8 points behind PD. Baton Rouge and Biloxi are in 6th and 7th. The Breakers have 20 points. They were sitting at 18 for quite a while there. Baton Rouge with 39, nearly doubling up the Breakers in standings points. And Mike, when you take a look at the Continental Division, Athens and Monroe neck and neck. They have the same amount of points. The PD Ice Cats, they're 22 points behind the River Dragons, so not an imminent threat. But when the next 3 games are coming against PD and they're playing as well as they are, suddenly the Continental Division, it's getting spicy. It's like a tamale.
It's spicy. I mean, I think, it's a horse race at who's going to be first. I mean, it's nice to think that the River Dragons could get first, and it's not impossible for them to get first. However, realistically, you're probably looking at the seeds to almost, at least Columbus being where they're going to be, probably in third place. And I mean, that's just a reality. And it's not something to play for, it's just something where you're at. But the good news is you're matching up against these teams that you're going to play in the playoffs. So you get to know them, kind of their tendencies. Hopefully you're successful with them. Hopefully you get the confidence against them going into the playoffs. It's almost kind of like an exhibition season getting ready for the playoffs because you know where you're at. You're not going to probably fall to fourth, and you probably ain't going to go to second or first.
Well said, Mike, for sure. We'll see how the cookie crumbles once the regular season comes to an end. The Empire Division, this is all Binghamton. Port Huron is up 3-0 tonight against Indiana. It doesn't matter. They're still, let me do some quick math here, 19 plus 13. Oh, goodness, 32. Yeah, you're shaking your head. Yeah, I'm getting a thumbs up. All right, 32. You can multitask, man. Rock music in my ear. 32-point difference, though, between the Black Bears and the next closest team. Topeka, Blue Ridge, Danbury, Watertown, and Indiana close out the Empire. What do you see, Mike, when you look at the Empire Division?
I mean, I look
outside
at
of just the Black Bears.
It's almost like looking at Edmonton back when they were in their heyday. You know what I mean? They're just heads and tails, above everybody else. But hey, I mean, anything can happen in the playoffs. I've seen, listen, in this building right here, we were President Cup champions. I mean, we went through the league, like a hot knife through butter, and got knocked out in the first round of the playoffs. I mean, it's the most ridiculous feeling to have, but it happened. So, I mean, as much as Binghamton is the odds-on favorite right now, I mean, being the talent that they have immersed up there, anything can happen in the playoffs. You get an injury. We had Tyler Keller. I remember was our starting center, our number 1 center. I mean, top scorer in the league. Groin injury. Just could not make it happen. And that line without Tyler Keller, and just like it was yesterday, remember it falling apart and lost to the 6th place Jacksonville Barracudas back in this.
I was about to say, was that the Lizard Kings? No, Barracudas.
It was right after. It was the Barracudas.
Okay.
I had to think.
There's your look at the standings. $20 minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. the Columbus River Dragons and the Monroe Moccasins for the second of 3 regulation periods of hockey tonight at the Columbus Civic Center. Mike, the River Dragons have 2 goals. Tyler Barrow with both.
Yeah, I mean, you got the production. It's funny, the power play, either it's Hunter getting you or it's Barrow getting you. Lately, it's been Hunter. Right now, tonight it's Barrow. And, of course, on hat trick watch, you got 2 goals already in this one.
Remember, Barrow earlier this season nearly had a hat trick of hat tricks.
Yeah. Did he have 2? He had 2 straight hat tricks.
And in the game, he didn't have a hat trick.
A hat trick
the
of a
third.
hat trick, yeah. I don't think I've ever called that. I can't remember a time that somebody had a hat trick of hat tricks.
The River Dragons will skate from right to left in this second period. They'll open up with Ryan Galvin in the middle. On his wings, Skate Scaldi and Scott Doherty. On defense, Nathan Balkwill and Kirk Underwood. In goal, it's Trevor Babin. The puck has been dropped. We are underway. The Moccasins take possession. This is Liam Godimer saying, "It's go time" on the second. So here's Ryan Galvin. He's a forward out of Atlanta, Georgia. Through the middle of the ice, Scott Doherty connects with his man, Skate Scaldi, who was trailing, took a shot onto Masternak, who made the save.
That worked out well for the shot on goal anyways.
It didn't work out well for the Moccasins, who tried to step up onto Scott Doherty.
Yep. That almost did.
Christie's bid to the net after a dangerous turnover deep in the zone did not get through. Underwood aggressive, he'll speed. Has the puck on his forehand behind the net now, near side half boards. Good idea, but Mike Winn will have to race on back and collect the puck from his goaltender 60 seconds into the period. So Josh Colton from the corner to his own blue line, Tyler Barrow on hat trick watch, as Mike Vee mentioned at the top of the second. Storjahan, left wing side, to the front. Nearly got a tip from Cody Wickline. The Moccasins will speed out, left wing side. They'll go to the front. And we have a stoppage. And now we'll go to the broadcast booth. Hey, what's up, guys? Scorch and Torch. Come on, get in there. Hey, how you guys doing? You want a headset? You want to do some play-by-play? Some color? No. Okay. How's my hair today? Is it good? Am I looking good? Old school barbershop, baby. Yep. Mm-hmm. Send it down back to ice level. You guys are the best. Can't beat Scorch and Torch. The best mascot duo in the game.
There you go, guys.
Thanks for coming up. We appreciate you.
Good to see that broken leg is fixed.
You know, I had loosely coordinated that. I said, come up at any time as they score! Cody Wickline!
Well, just a puck kind of just dangling there in the slot, and he's able to put it by Masternak, and that is a 2-goal lead for Columbus, 3-1.
Got the goal dance here in the booth. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. Woo! Sorry if I hurt the ears there. Cody Wickline gets the goal. It's 3-1. See, Scorch and Torch coming to the booth, and a goal is scored, Mike. How do you like them apples?
And Tyler Barrow gets another point.
This will be icing on Monroe.
Looks like a little bit for Monroe, and unfortunately, I don't know if it's the road trip. Sometimes it catches up with you the second day. They don't look as zippy as they did last night. They don't look like they're firing off the puck like they were last night and skating it as well as they did last night. Of course, it's still early in this game, 17:39 left here in the second.
Jemayeff wins it back to Brody Thornton. Left wing corner, Moore. His pass intercepted by Christie, but sliding to the left is Thornton. He misses the net behind Masternak. Gerstein will sweep it. Here's Christie driving to the net, and Babin said, "Get out of here with that one."
I'm going to tell you what, though, regardless, Christie just walked our defense again with a stick handling move and came in, and I mean, Babin was just right with him, didn't let anything go by, and it's just a great save by Babin to be able to shut Christie down. But what a heck of a move by Christie, no doubt.
The goal for the River Dragons comes at a minute 52 of the second. It's Cody Wickline, number 10. For Wickline, that's his 12th goal of the year and his 40th game of the season. Assisted by Alex Storjahan, number 4, and Tyler Barrow, number 8. So Barrow has a 3-point game, as does Cody Wickline now. A goal and 2 assists for Wickline, 2 goals and a helper for Barrow. Alex Storjahan in his return, 2 helpers. Kirk Underwood has a point as well. The Moccasins calling for a trip. They're not going to get one. Some taps onto the bench. Hashtag stay mad. Balkwell right wing side.
Golly.
Galvin at the blue line. He'll lead Doherty in a slap shot and Masternak.
Almost as if Doherty just says, "This is my ice right here, and I'm not moving."
Seriously.
He just stood right
Who's
there.
going to move him out of the way, really?
The player looked at him as if to say, like, all right, I guess it's your ice right here. You got it.
Carlos Fornerys, I'm 5'9", 170. I'm not much I can really do.
If he wants your lunch money, you give it to him.
Yep. The goals for the River Dragons tonight, Tyler Barrow twice, and Cody Wickline here in this second period as Fornerys engulfed by Winn. Fornerys held his stick too.
All the little tricks.
No call. No problem. Storjahan, Wickline, the pass intended for Barrow. Scooped up by Kyler Matthews, who flubs not 1 pass but 2. Third time is the charm for number 44 though. Hagen Moe to the center ice logo with speed. Fornerys, he'll pull up. He'll stick handle away from Storjahan. He'll whip a pass on the backhand for an oncoming Jamie Dorsey, number 18, who misses the net. Babin had to be ready for a deflection that did just miss the net there, Mike. Here comes Columbus. Storjahan at the end of his shift. He'll toss it in. Columbus out shooting Monroe by 17. And sometimes it just takes a game or two to figure out how to best play against a team that you have not seen much, Mike. And I think the River Dragons have figured the Moccasins out.
Well, they're on their man. They're not allowing them to zip around like they did last night.
Jemayeff, Hunter, blocked. And a big bump from number 71 in black. A contender for hit of the week with 14:52 to go here in the second period. Patakin, a clean pass. An intercept, though, on a feed intended for Jemayeff. So outside of the blue line, Gerstein will fight for it. Kyle Moore, right next to the opposition's bench, takes a hit from Liarakos. Turning back is Christie. The Moccasins getting sloppy here with the puck, Mike.
Yeah, a little tired, I think, right at the end of the shift here.
Let's see if Columbus can take advantage of just that. Christie unable to get himself a line change. He slashes Ryan Hunter as he comes his direction. Here's Brody Thornton ahead Hunter over the helmet of Masternak. Doherty will shoot. Number 35 gobbles it up. 5:55 into the second. We'll be right back.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. Love goes the extra mile.
Imagine a life-changing injury. Imagine the fear and unknown. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team, the only physicians in the area with advanced certification in orthopedic sports medicine, treats sports injuries with innovative techniques. The Houston Clinic has helped nearly 1 million athletes live without pain. Imagine getting back in the game. Imagine the best game of your life. The Houston Clinic Sports Medicine Team.
Skate Scaldi on the ice, chatting with Tucker Scantleberry, the pest of the game. Skate Scaldi definitely got the crowd going at the final horn last night, despite the River Dragons losing.
No, he just said, can't wait till tomorrow night, boys. And here he is, fishbowl and all.
I had a chance to talk with Skate Scaldi after the game, after this shot from Ballant, which misses the net. A predictable miss. Just kidding, of course. You know who didn't miss? Skate Scaldi when he punched the back of Andrew Ballant's head last night. So I spoke to Skate during the full team autograph session, and I was curious. I asked him, what was the conversation like between yourself and Tyler Masternak at the end of the game? He told me that Masternak went up to him and said, you have to calm down.
Yeah.
Don't tell Skate Scaldi he has to calm down.
Now, there's just one speed in that, and that's F, full.
Scantleberry and Doherty line up on the face-off. And Doherty shoves him down. He took a penalty. Man, he went down like a ton of bricks, I'll tell you.
Well, that's how you draw him.
Take them both.
I mean, if you do it too much, if you make it too obvious, they will get you for flopping, but this time it's just Doherty going in. If you really think about it, 13:45, your team's down by 2 goals, and now you just draw it.
Give me a break. Scantleberry's 6'1", 200 pounds.
Oh, yeah. But, I mean, you got to know when to do it. You got to give credit where credit's due. He's
Guy's
trying
one
to
of
get
the
his team
bigger
back
players
in
in this league.
They want the 2 points. They want first place. Or 3 points, I should say.
Well, if Scantleberry went down that easily after a slight shove from Doherty, I wonder what a fight would look like.
You might see that later, depending on the situation.
Scantleberry on the power play. Fornerys straight on. Here's Turner. They score. Unbelievable. Tucker Scantleberry tips it in 7 seconds into the power play.
Well, you draw a penalty and you score a goal.
Yeah, they're going to give it to Hagen Moe, but Scantleberry was in the vicinity. It's 3-2, and you know, you give up a goal, but
that was a power play goal.
And Storjahan comes over, and I don't think he was happy about the call either.
No, I mean, it's the call. Be it as it may, but sometimes you got to just when you're up into a lead, and you want to establish something. You just got to have a little more discipline.
Now the Moccasins may have found their legs. Gerstein shut right off by Balkwill. Here's Tyler Barrow with 2 goals tonight. He'll cut in, and Masternak makes a pad save. Barrow collides into the goaltender. Dorsey was defending number 8.
I don't know if Masternak got a little, no, I guess he's all right. Just wondering if he got up a little slow. See if he's favoring anything, but I don't think so. Barrow had an opportunity coming in again. Get that shot off. Not much happening on the short side, and unfortunately that's where he shot it.
And you could see in the moment Barrow was thinking about pulling up, being patient with the puck, or going straight to the net. He had his step on Dorsey, so he made the right play. But Masternak was able to come out, cut down the angle, and really give nothing for Barrow to shoot out.
Dorsey was right there on his 6. So.
Balkwill, a slap shot, shaft save. Balkwill has the puck back. That was a weak clear attempt by the Moccasins. But they'll get the job done. That's Christie, who knocked it down at the near wall. Barrow right outside of the blue line. Christie next to him, overtakes possession. He'll weave into the attacking zone. His shot blocked by Underwood. Balkwill right there alongside his defensive partner in number 11. Gerstein hauled down. Now Columbus on the rush. It's Wickline with Jemayeff and Barrow. Wickline already with a goal in this period. They do not score. My goodness, Masternak dove over just in the nick of time.
Right across the goal line it went.
We'll get another look at that play at the next stop.
Is that an automatic review?
I would be remiss if did not suggest a look at the replay. For those watching on the River Dragons broadcast network, here it is again.
Let's see what we got.
Columbus onside, little give and go.
Tough to see that from up here.
From up here on the confidence monitor, I would say no goal.
Well, are they going to do it? Are they going to review it or not?
But you have to remember, the entire puck has to cross over the goal line.
Yeah.
So I think a bit of the puck could have.
You know, one of the things that when you lose a goal judge and you go to just video.
Yep.
Call me old school. I used to like the goal judges.
Not a bad thing to have an old school mentality in this game.
No.
I meant to talk to you about that. You know, I'll ask you during a whistle. As Ballant and Winn come together. Ballant lost his helmet. He has to immediately skate to the bench, which he does. Ryan Hunter waiting for the puck if it comes to him. It does not. It comes to the right where Jemayeff remains patient with it. Down low past Hunter's stick. Fornerys on the backhand will toss it. Kyler Matthews from the far corner up the ice to the goal line, and the linesman will say no icing.
Nope.
And Columbus has to work away from a stick and a helmet that lays beneath the goal line. They do. Jemayeff, rink wide. Active stick, Rasmus Asp. An even more active stick from Ryan Hunter, who will get it down low. Scantlebury will lollipop it to the red line. Brody Thornton into Monroe ice. Christie, one of 3 players in the Moccasin zone. This will be an icing on Monroe. It should be, but the linesman says a tip. The shots are 28-10. Monroe, 2 goals on 10 shots. Stefanini, the center lane drive. Deflected off of a stick. Stefanini behind the net. Double teamed to the blue line. Here's Brody Thornton. Shoots. Stick denial by Masternak. Stefanini out of Framingham, Massachusetts. He's the fire starter of the night. He'll go off for a line change. As in ahead of the play are the Moccasins. 9:43 into the second stanza. It's a 3-2 game, Mike. The River Dragons and the Moccasins in a stalemate.
as they say,
Stalemate
crank it
so
up.
far in the second period.
Yeah,
I
mean, 3-2 on the scoreboard. Turned into a very entertaining hockey game.
And what will the latter half provide?
Oh, I'm sure a lot more entertainment.
I'd like to see some fisticuffs.
That possibly happens.
But neither team perhaps wants to engage in that.
3-2.
With this being
a
one-goal game.
3-2, you don't want to. You don't want to take your team out of, or put your team in a disadvantage.
Kirk Underwood works in, misses the net. Barrow scoops it up behind the cage. Puck on his forehand. He'll put the spin cycle onto his opposite number in Hagen Moe. The Moccasins glove it down. They'll shoot in on Babin, and a glove save made. Here's Liarakos, number 19, trailer Fornerys. Right on, they score!
That floated right in. I don't know if that was deflected out in front or not.
Tucker Scantlebury.
And here we are, just over halfway through, and this game is tied. Knotted up at 3.
This game changed when the penalty was taken.
Yeah, there is a feeling of a deflation right after that penalty in the power play goal. And now let's see if the River Dragons kind of get themselves out of this funk now that you just allowed 2 in a row. Got to get yourself focused. They've had their chances now, and it's not like it's a one-sided hockey game here.
And we talked about Trevor Babin, right? He only saw 6 shots in the first period. He's only seen 5 shots here in the second. It's so difficult to get yourself into the game as the netminder when you don't see a lot of shots. As Ballant to give his team the lead.
Be careful what you wish for, because here they come.
And you know what, Mike? You've been saying it all weekend, and I don't mean to beat a dead horse by saying this. The one word to describe the Monroe Moccasins, I cannot put it any more perfectly than this. Opportunistic.
Yeah. They bide their time, and then they have skill. When they get the opportunity, by their good stick handling, good skating, oops, offside pass. But they are opportunistic, and there's no doubt. And they've got Christie and Fernandez. Those guys right there alone, that you can see what they do with their skills, with their stick. They'll just make you look bad as a defenseman.
The Moccasins have tied the game. It's 3-3. We'll be right back.
It doesn't get an off day, does it?
Neither do the standards. Getting here is part of the job.
Staying ready is the rest.
Ice looks good today.
Doesn't matter if it's the road, the rink, or the grind. You need something that shows up every time.
Longevity?
Season after season.
Mileage? All day, every day.
Kind of young sung hero, huh?
Same reason people trust us. Toyota, reliable wherever the grind takes you.
Front, the one that it deflects off
Welcome back to the River Dragons Broadcast Network. Liam Godimer here with you. 8 minutes, 29 seconds to play in the second period. Liam G and Mike V were discussing the third goal for the Moccasins. I thought it was Tucker Scantlebury. The official scorers have given it to Carlos Fornerys. But nonetheless, we're now even, Mike.
Yep. Fornerys is the one who took the shot from the point, so obviously if it didn't deflect off him, it went straight in by him.
And of course, Scantlebury had celebrated like he had just scored the Stanley Cup winning goal.
Yeah, well, he was right there.
Yes, he was. So a brand new hockey game here at the Civic Center. 3 goals aside for Columbus, Tyler Barrow with 2, Cody Wickline with 1. On the other side for Monroe, Hagen Moe, number 8. Most recently, Carlos Fornerys, and add another for Hagen Moe. He's got 2. Columbus in the offensive zone. Hunter, a one-timer into the catching glove of Tyler Masternak, who has made 28 saves tonight.
Well, he ripped that from a tough angle, but boy, right on net. I mean, Masternak had to move on that one to make this stop.
The River Dragons tonight without Lucas Texmo, Justin Samaro, and Yaroslav Yevdokimov. Yevdokimov still in the ECHL with the Utah Grizzlies. Lucas Texmo in Wasaga playing with his junior team, the River Dragons, moving on to the next rounds in the playoffs. Congratulations. Remember, you can watch the Wasaga River Dragons on YouTube. Just look up Wasaga River Dragons and you can find their upcoming playoff game and support Lucas Texmo in their pursuit of a Russell Cup. So here's Yanni Liarakos. He called this building home. He's enjoyed playing against the River Dragons so far this year. He'll back up into the neutral zone as Colton will go side to side with Mike Winn. Jemayev deflects it in. Kyler Matthews will turn it. And how about that reach from Winn to just get it out to center, allow Scaldi to poke check it past the center ice red line with 7:08 left. Scaldi and Doherty double team Gerstein. Remember, it was Casey Gerstein, number 71, and Skate Scaldi, who fought during the early portion of last night's game. So Ryan Galvin from behind the net. He'll flare it forward. Scantlebury inside of his own zone. Up the ice. Asp will chop at it and force Thornton on the puck. He took a heavy bump from Andrew Ballant, but he remained on his skates.
Yeah, he did.
Now he makes the outlet pass. All he gets is a tip from Doherty, and the puck is stopped down at center ice and shot onto Babin, who makes his 9th save of the game. Scaldi in over the line. Deflects the shot from Lair Patekin.
Stayed in the glove.
Will we have any extra? No. Jamie Dorsey skates away from Skate Scaldi.
Well, Scaldi's got the fishbowl on tonight, so I don't anticipate him probably getting involved in anything like that. Got to give it a little time to heal, so to speak.
Skate Scaldi got the start tonight for the River Dragons.
Yeah.
22 years old, out of Orlando, Florida. Tonight his 16th game in a River Dragons sweater. First season of FPHL hockey before coming to Columbus. Spent some time in the SPHL. Played last year in Italy. He and I talked about that and his professional career as a whole during Chatting on the Chattahoochee, which you can find on our YouTube channel. Storjahan across!
Oh, one pass too many.
That was Storjahan, unselfish, passing that puck for Barrow. There's another chance forthcoming. Not if Frank Schumacher had anything to say about it. But he gives a cookie up to Tyler Barrow, who will lead Wickline on a partial break. He could not settle that down. He had Storjahan as a trailer. Wickline's got it back, though. He shoots!
Boy, Masternak came way out to make that save and cut the angle down.
Fornerys was cherry-picking there.
He's been cherry-picking all series. You give him that opportunity.
Fornerys lost his stick. Now he's got it back. He tries to set up a great A for Liarakos, who could not handle it. Moore will drive down the left wing, the forward out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Jemayev will cycle it. Moore fights Dorsey off. Here's a pass into the mid-slot for Jemayev, who gets tripped up, no call.
No.
Balkwill left circle. It got by Masternak, but right onto the stick of the defensemen who were there to support him. Adjacent to the far post.
Don't tell me. High stick in the puck, and now a hit out at center ice.
That was Fornerys onto Galvin.
Is he got a high sticking penalty or high sticking the puck? I think
believe
he's just
it's
calling
high sticking
the puck. Yeah,
I
okay.
agree. We'll find out when we come back. The shot's 34-12, but the goal's 3-3.
Didn't think termites were up this early.
They really don't go to sleep. But now that it's warming up, termites really start moving.
But I'm good, right?
Oh yeah, you're good. Don't worry about pests this spring. Call Cooks, and you'll already be a step ahead of them.
Looky, 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 here comes Cookie, Cooks Pest Control.
Hey, there's a hockey puck. 4 minutes and 26 seconds to go in the second period. As we honor our hometown hero at the Civic Center tonight. A special thank you, as always, to those who have served or are serving in any of the branches of the United States military.
Especially now with this thing going on.
Especially with the way.
God bless them all over there.
God bless them indeed. Mike, how do you prevent frustration from creeping in to a hockey game where you've played well, but you're tied 3-3 despite outshooting your opponent by
No, I mean, there's
22?
It's the way of looking at it, I think, is that this is a team that's up on you in the standings, a division rival, and you haven't played them much, and now you're getting to know them a little. And after last night, you got to feel good about tonight being tied 3-3 as opposed to the way it was last night. So in that department, I think your frustration level is not that bad yet. Look at that.
That's a nasty bounce off of the stanchion, and not nasty in a good way. As Fornerys, right point, Ballant. He's got the puck. He passes said puck. Kyler Matthews cannot grab said puck. So Masternak does that. Schumacher's pass went nowhere. The Moccasins lazy with the puck in the defensive zone. My goodness.
I was going to say, very nonchalant.
Against this line, that being Barrow, Wickline, and Storjahan, that's an interesting strategy there. Turner into the neutral zone. Storjahan's got it. Colton on defense. He'll look to set up a play. Winn, Barrow, up the ice. No deflection from Wickline, so this will be an icing at 16:59 of the second.
You know, when you talk about division rivals, Monroe, Athens, PD, you're going to get a chance to see them all, and then you're going to be meeting one of them in the playoffs, wherever it falls. And if you meet one of them, you're going to meet another one because that's just the way you are in the position when you start the playoffs. So, I think you got to be happy if you're a River Dragon right now that you're in this game, that you're playing good hockey. It's not like you're playing bad hockey. Yeah, you let a couple of goals in that maybe the other way around. You'd like to see it not go that way, but it is what it is.
That's a big save by Babin off of the faceoff. Trevor Babin, 11-4-3, 2.88 goals against average, a .914 save percentage. So that'll be an icing on Monroe.
War of icing all of a sudden.
Air Force Heating, Air and Plumbing, shout out to you. Babin in his last appearance at Biloxi, 28 saves on 31 shots, got himself a win.
He's only got 13 here, and it's almost the end of the second period. Just 2:46 left.
Babin faced Monroe on January the 3rd at the Monroe Civic Center. He made 33 saves on 37 shots in a losing effort.
Is that the 4-1 game? I think it was, yeah.
Tyler Barrow scored the only goal that night for Columbus. Turning and shooting is Moore. Masternak went down to make the save. If you're just joining us, hey, thank you so much. My name is Liam G. My counterpart's name is Mike Vee. The score is 3-3. That, according to me, I like that rhyme there.
Liam G.
This is a clean zone entry for Christie and the Moccasins.
his
Babin off of the mask. Another chance coming, and Babin the dive.
That was mask
He
is
sheds
on.
his lid
Gotta
as he
blow it.
stonewalled Liarakos.
Boy, I'll tell you, no save you're going to see any bigger this season than the save you just saw right there with him outstretching that hand after he got hit in the helmet. I don't know if he got kind of little dizzy from the first shot. Didn't look like he was, but then he just got it back into the play, and before you know it, made an outstanding, sprawling save to prevent the fourth goal from going in.
It looked to me as if Babin definitely got rocked on the first shot, and maybe the mask had come undone in some sort of way. And he was looking to the official for play to stop. It didn't. It continued. And then Liarakos, as you touched on.
There used to be a rule that they did blow it down dead, and then they changed it back to not blowing it down dead. I like the rule where you blow it dead. If a guy gets hit in the mask, you know what I mean? You got to err on the side of caution.
Why does it take Trevor Babin to shake it off for a play to be called?
Yeah.
There's a block through traffic. That's key for Columbus. Monroe has been converging to the cage all night. We are 17:52 into the second.
This is the part of the game right here you don't want to make a mistake.
A one-handed deflection from Ryan Hunter. Hunter zips it, Jamaev. Blocked by Matthews. Number 44 had just enough time to get down into the shooting lane.
And he felt that one.
He did. You could see the grimace on his face from up here.
Oh, yeah. It'll be another minute before that little toe gets to feeling back again.
A bouncer settled by Christie. Outer edge, left circle, Liarakos. In and out of the glove hand of Babin. That was Dorsey with the shot, not Liarakos. 18, not 19.
Oh, boy.
Hagen Moe will slide to the left, shoot, and that one hit the glass, thankfully. 50 seconds left. Monroe really pushing now in the final minute of the frame.
Just need to get it out of your zone.
Thornton steps up, and the combination of he and Jamaev will get it out. Turner taps it up. Doherty's got it right next to his bench. Jamaev with Hunter behind him. Hunter body Turner off for the moment. Now Christie, a 4-on-2. A back pass, a shot from the high slot, and Balkwill with the knee. Breakaway coming for the River Dragons. It's Ryan Hunter. Hunter shoots. Missed. Dorsey had got back. That was still a grade A look for Ryan Hunter.
He was looking for that top shelf far corner.
The period will come to a close with the score 3-3. The large crowd here at the Civic Center treated to a doozy this evening. Now we've got a stalemate through 40.
Yeah. 3-3 you scored. I'll tell you, period, up and down period. A couple of points, it was almost like, I know you were talking about Monroe being a little, lackluster, or, nonchalant in their own zone, kind of almost looking tired, not really moving their skates in their own zone. That allowed Columbus to get some opportunities and to fire him in on Masternak. I mean, he's, say what you want to say, Babin has made some tremendous saves tonight, even though he hasn't faced a lot. The ones that he has is certainly, per pound, if you want to say it that way, have been outstanding. But Masternak has also rose to the occasion, has made some big stops, for Monroe. So we got a doozy, like you said, here, knotted up at 3.
There's 18 minutes on the clock. We'll head to a timeout. When we come back, Liam G and Mike V will break down the hockey game up to this point.
The difference with Beam isn't just speed, it's service that you can count on. And when you call, you'll reach real people who live right here. And when you connect, you'll feel the reliability that makes Beam stand out. Now whether it's working from home, streaming your favorites, or keeping up with everyday life, Beam keeps it all running smoothly. And right now, get our 1 gig plan for just $60 a month for your first 3 months. Fast, dependable, and local. Beam Broadband, connection you can count on.
Let Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, take care of all your document shredding needs. We can design a custom shredding program for your business today. No need to purchase equipment, no maintenance expenses, no need to prepare records for destruction, increase employee productivity, increase security, no worry. Was it really destroyed? Right now, all new customers can receive 10% off. Shredaway, a division of the Overby Company, locally owned and operated in downtown Columbus. That's Shredaway, 706-577-9668.
Back here inside of the broadcast booth, it's Liam G and Mike V. We're through 40 minutes of play, Mike. The score is 3-3, and the second period, Monroe used as an opportunity to get back into this game.
Yeah, I mean, River Dragons go up by a couple of goals, and they fight back, get their goals, kind of like grind their kind of goals that they got involved in, and end up tying this game.
So the score is now 3-3. Let's talk about how the game began. And the first goal of the game was scored at 14:32, and it was by Monroe. It was Hagen Moe. It was 1-0 for the roadside.
Yep, and after last night, you think, oh boy, here we go again, but not to be had, because right away, those River Dragons end up getting that power play and capitalizing.
Moccasins went up 1-0. 30 seconds later, Tyler Barrow, when Columbus got a power play of their own. It took Tyler Barrow 7 seconds, and that was one good rip from the left circle.
Guy's on fire on the power play, and he's got his second goal of the game. I mean, and of course, Hunter last night was the hat trick and a couple of power play goals. Tonight it's Barrow's turn to light the lamp up on the power play, and we still got a whole nother period here to find out if they do it again.
And as you touched on, Mike, Tyler Barrow would not be done. At 18:04 of the first period, he would score his second goal of the contest, and this would be a breakaway beauty, and he was able to just one-hand the puck past Masternak, who had went down to try and protect the lower part of the net.
Yeah, made the first stop initially, but the puck rolled loose, and that was an easy one for Barrow.
So the score was 2-1 after 20. Then come the second period, the River Dragons would add another one onto the board inside of the opening 2 minutes. It was Cody Wickline, number 10, and that was just hard work going to the net. Alex Storjahan and Tyler Barrow, the apples on Wickline's goal.
Yeah, good work on that line. They were, at that point, it was the River Dragons were taking control of that game, and they picked up that goal right there, which was the 2-goal lead, and it was looking good for Columbus. But as we know, the Moccasins return.
The Moccasins return. They slithered their way back into the game.
Yeah,
see
there you go.
Their snake reference. Okay. So the goal comes at 6:22, that being the first of 2 goals in the second period for the Moccasins. It was Michael Hagen Moe, number 8, The goal assisted by Sam Turner and number 9, Carlos Fornerys. And a goal came on the power play for Monroe. And that's an example of the Moccasins using special teams to get themselves back into the game. Scott Doherty had gone to the box after he and Tucker Scantlebury had engaged with one another right outside of the blue line.
Kind of a, a call that you wish you didn't get, but they called it anyways on him, and it didn't take them long to go ahead and add that power play goal and get themselves right back in the thick of things.
So the score was 3-2. The goal once again scored at 6:22, the second of what would become 3 tallies for the Moccasins. The most recent at 10:48, and it was Carlos Fornerys. He was right atop the zone. There was a ton of traffic in front of Trevor Babin, including Yanni Liarakos and Tucker Scantlebury. We don't know who deflected that puck, but for right now, the man who took the shot, Carlos Fornerys, is the recipient on the score sheet.
And as we've said all weekend long, Fornerys is a playmaker. He's a guy that really makes things happen. Even on that particular play, he was in the corner at one time with the puck. He skated it up to the top and then let it rip in traffic. And, again, guy like that makes things happen. You got to get a body on him, get a stick on him, get something on him. You got to impede his progress because he's a guy that will burn you. And, of course, the other thing that they've been doing this we've seen in the period, a little bit of adjustments made by the River Dragons to knock them down. They're dangling a couple of forwards behind the red line, behind the point men, looking for those outlet passes, and they've been trying to connect on those. They've been successful on a couple, but at least the River Dragons are kind of hopefully going to shut that down in the third period.
How do you best combat that, especially in what is now a tie game? And again, things are expected to get a lot more tight than it was in the opening 40 minutes with this an even score.
Well, it's one of cherry picking is something that in hockey they always he's a cherry picker. He hangs at the red line. He doesn't come back. Some teams they play by that. They don't mind that. It puts you at a disadvantage, especially if you got 2 guys behind the point man. That means you only have 3 in your own zone defending against 5. So it's one of those things that it's tough to defend because you can't tell your point man to come out of the zone to get behind the forwards. You're gonna keep the puck in your own zone. So possession is the big weapon against that. And hopefully, if you burn them enough, then they don't do that and they bring them back in.
Well said there, Mike. Now on to the goaltenders. Trevor Babin, 13 saves on 16 Moccasin shots. That's an interesting night for the goaltender, to not see a lot of opportunities your way, but giving up 3 goals. Not much Trevor Babin could have done on any of the goals against.
No, and I think up until it was late in the second period where he kind of got a little busy, a little more.
Yep.
But through the first part of the game, it was almost there was a little spurt here. There was a shot that came in from the perimeter. There was block shots by defensemen. Goaltender wasn't, Babin wasn't that busy. And like you say, it's tough to keep your concentration in a game that you're not getting a lot of shots. But every time that I've seen Babin react to the puck, he's been shot tonight. He's been beat, but none that you got to put the blame on the goaltender.
And I will say this also: Monroe only had 6 shots in the first period. They had 10 in the second, so a little bit more of a high event frame for Babin to deal with. That's a good thing. Now going into the third period, Monroe with their confidence higher than it was in the first 40 minutes. They're not down in this hockey game anymore. You bet that their shot on goal output, in my opinion, is going to be higher than the 6 and the 10 we've seen in the first and second period in that order. And that's a segue, Mike, to the goaltender for Monroe. That's Tyler Masternak. He's made 32 saves on 35 River Dragons shots. He's been peppered, but he's been the salt.
And he has definitely shut them down as far as I like the little pepper and he's the salt. Even the flavor out, so to speak.
Not my best.
He's made some outstanding saves as well. And Masternak is a goaltender. We saw him last night. He allowed a few goals, but, it's not like, again, they're his fault goals. They're good plays by the River Dragons being able to get the good shots, the quality shots, and the power play goal, et cetera, that's been scored on him. So, it's a battle of the goaltenders, but it's really going to be a battle, I think, between the forwards coming back and who's going to play better in their own zone because you've got to be able to move the puck. You can't turn it over. That's been the River Dragons' problem, turning the puck over in their own zone. Don't do that in the third period, and I'm sure that the the Moccasins are looking to not to do that as well. And we'll see it probably, depending on if they're tied or not, but if they're not, if they still got a little in the tank, I look forward to maybe the Moccasins coming out and maybe doing a little more banging with the body, so to speak, a little more physical in this one, trying to get that fourth goal on going their way.
We'll see what the third period holds when the puck drops in 7 minutes and 55 seconds. But for right now, a commercial timeout. When we come back, we'll take a drive around the Federal Prospects Hockey League.
Every day we're on the road, dedicated to servicing our community and neighbors. At Air Force Heating and Air, we're committed to your family's comfort all year round. Whether you need repairs, maintenance, or new system installation, the Air Force team is here for you, residential and commercial. Plus, we offer duct cleaning and sealant services, air quality and virus protection, and plumbing. Call Air Force Heating and Air today. Serving you is our top priority.
Playing for an ultra?
We playing for ultras? Brace you for an ultra?
Put an ultra on it. Don't forget, there's ultras on the line. I didn't.
Michelob Ultra, superior light beer.
Back here at the Dragon's Lair, 6:15 until the puck drops on the third. My name is Liam Gadamer, your play-by-play broadcaster. Let's now take a drive around the FPHL. It's the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. The first game to tell you all about, that's Blue Ridge and Danbury. The Hat-Tricks and the Bobcats tied 1-1. The Indiana Sentinels and the Port Huron Prowlers. Port Huron leads 3-1 over the Sentinels of Columbus, Indiana. Mike, the PD Ice Cats and the Athens Rock Lobsters continue to go back and forth at one another. It's 3-2 Athens in the second. That game's not even close to being over.
That's a game that, again, two teams that are probably going to meet in the playoffs one way or the other, if they, depending on their success. Interesting to see how that one works out. See how improved PD has been from the start that they had this year.
They're most certainly an improved team. As are the Binghamton Black Bears. They just keep getting better and better, like fine wine. 6-0.
I just saw that turn. It was 5-0 right before you got to it, and I saw the sixth goal go up there. The Wolves are back to Holland, getting themselves smoked again at 6-0.
Smoked.
Yeah.
Twin City Thunderbirds and the Baton Rouge Zydeco. It's Twin City on the road. They're not in Winston-Salem tonight. They're on the Bayou. It's 2-1. The Thunderbirds are ahead of the Zydeco. And that concludes the out-of-town scoreboard, presented by our friends over at Zelmo Zippin. And the standings around the league looks like this. Athens and Monroe, they lead the Continental. They're tied with 92 points apiece. The River Dragons have 85, trailing by 7 points, followed by PD, Twin City, Baton Rouge, and Biloxi. Biloxi has the fewest points in the entire FPHL. The Empire, well, Binghamton, no team has more points in the Federal Prospects Hockey League than the Black Bears. They have 113 of them. Port Huron with 81 points.
What's the league record for most points in a season?
I don't know off the top of my head.
I'm gonna lay a dollar bill there that says that Binghamton might set that record this year.
I would imagine they'd come pretty close. Topeka with 69, Blue Ridge with 66. Danbury has 58 points, and the Watertown Wolves have 44. The Indiana Sentinels are in last in the Empire and second to last in the FPHL. So we'll now send it down to ice level once more with 3:10 and counting left in the intermission. So to answer your question, Mike, the record for the most points in a single regular season by a team is held by the Carolina Thunderbirds, who had 140 points during the 2018-19 season. They were 46-6-3-3 in 58 games.
Wow. And the best that I can ever remember was the 97-98 Columbus Cottonmouth season here in Columbus. I think we lost 7 all year, and 6 of them were on Tuesday nights at home. And I'm wondering if anybody out there could possibly think of how a hockey team could win all those games except on Tuesday when they play at home.
Use your imagination.
Why would that be? Let me think. Okay, you guess.
All right. And of note, in terms of the record, the team with the second most points in a single season, well, that's the Columbus River Dragons 2 years ago. They had 133 points. The Black Bears third on that list with 123 points, a feat they accomplished last year. Before the puck drops on the third, fans, this is my time to remind you all that you could win and a Columbus River Dragons prize pack with an autographed stick and 4 prime level tickets. All proceeds help foster kids and at-risk families through Project Greenlight. Grab your ticket now, starting at just $10 by scanning that QR code on the bottom right-hand portion of your screen. Mike, I saw that 75-inch TV in our executive office. Made me want to go purchase a couple of raffle tickets.
I was going to say, you wanted to get one for the house?
I would, but that means I have to have somebody come and pick it up, you know?
75 inches, you get one side and the other side. You got a room big enough for the 75-inch to hang, though.
Yeah, that's right, that's right.
You got to make sure that
Gotta have
works.
the square footage. Need my dad for that one. But be sure to get in on the Fan Appreciation Prize Pack once again. If you missed it, all proceeds from this help foster kids and at-risk families through Project Greenlight. Tickets start at just $10. The third period starts in 20 seconds. The shots on goal are 35-16. The goals for the River Dragons, Tyler Barrow twice and Cody Wickline. For the Moccasins, 2 goals from Michael Hagen-Moe and 1 from Carlos Fornerys. Hagen-Moe opened up the goal scoring, made it 1-0 Monroe. Columbus struck twice before the first period ended.
That must be the warm welcome for the officials.
Always warm here in Columbus.
They love the officials here in Columbus. Or anywhere for that matter.
The officials a vital part to our game, as much as we may disagree from time to time. Minutes on the clock. Both teams on the sheet. The Columbus River Dragons and the Monroe Moccasins for the final regulation period of hockey this weekend in the Fountain City.
I think Skate Scaldy out there ready to get things fired up. A couple of late stragglers out of the locker room.
In this third period, the River Dragons will skate from left to right, wearing their black uniforms with the teal and black letters and numbers along the back and on the sides. While the Moccasins will skate from right to left. They wear their white uniforms with the gold and white letters and numbers along the back and on the sides with the black nameplate. It's Ryan Galvin and Jared Christie at the center ice face-off logo. Possession to the Dragons. This is Liam Godimer saying, "It's go time" on the third. Tyler Masternak, who has made 32 saves on 35 shots, gets the first touch for his team, and Skate Scaldi nearly beat him with a one-timer. Scaldi will skate his way to the flank, take a bump. Liarakos, the tap. To the middle, it's Christie. He dishes it to the right, now to the left. And the pristine passing of the Moccasins does not result in a goal.
That was a 3-on-2, and we got to do a better job of getting back. Our forwards did not recognize that was a breakout, and they ended up trailing, and they never really got into the play. It's a good thing it was ended up the way it was.
We have a Moccasin going to the box. That's Yanni Liarakos. Perhaps too many men on the ice.
That is what the call is. Too many men.
36 seconds into the period, the River Dragons go to the power play.
Well, if ever a time you want to see if you can get one here with a power play at the beginning of the period.
On the ice for the power play, it's Cody Wickline, Alex Storjahan, Tyler Barrow, Ryan Hunter, and Kirk Underwood. No player in the Federal Prospects Hockey League has more power play goals than Ryan Hunter. He has 16. Storjahan to Barrow. Barrow has a power play goal this evening. He's on hat-trick watch. On top of that, Storjahan, left circle. That was a difficult area to release a shot from.
Yeah, too many guys just bunched up all in the slot there.
The first unit remains on. This is the River Dragons' chance to go ahead in this game once again. Wickline will slip by Turner. At least I thought he did. He did not. Turner stopped his forward progress. So Wickline goes off for a change. Doherty!
No, he ain't going to get the call either.
Got taken down in the neutral zone. Hagen Moe was the Moccasin. That was at center. The crowd is incensed.
Just put him right where he is in front of the net. Cause problems.
Storjahan shoots. Save, rebound, loose. Hunter there, as is Doherty. Doherty firmly at that flank. Here is Underwood, a quick shot, and Masternak got his body in the way. A pass from the wall, that from Barrow.
I like the idea of putting, now what? Equipment, I think, issue for the goaltender, Masternak.
So the faceoff will come into the Moccasin zone.
Now he's calling it.
It has to be in the neutral zone.
Outside the zone now.
Yeah, this should be outside of the line.
It's going all the way into the neutral zone of the River Dragons.
That's where it should be.
Things that make you go,
So Christie and Jemayeff. Jared Christie wears number 5 out of Costa Mesa, California. So Winn, D-to-D for Josh Colton. Colton number 5, 35 points on the blue line in 45 games. 5 power play goals for Colton. That's 3rd on the Dragons. Behind Barrow and Hunter, of course. Jemayeff, Winn in the dying seconds of the power play. Winn shoots! That one did not miss by much. Doherty was in front. The power play is over, Mike. The Moccasins
they had a couple of chances.
Kill off the River Dragon man advantage. As Liarakos, who is the man serving the delay of game penalty, he'll one-hand it for a teammate, and Fornerys hit the window. My, oh my, that was dangerous.
And that's with back checking by the forwards. We almost had the puck away, and they still got a chance at it ripping one.
So Ballant will work back onto the puck. The Moccasins tied for the division lead with the Athens Rock Lobsters. This will be icing on the River Dragons at 3:19.
I'll see if this period has started off. Both teams have had a chance here or there. More chances for the River Dragons. It's still out shooting them 38-16. Wow.
Just got to keep playing your game and not worry about the shots on goal total. Here's Scaldi. Masternak was able to get the paddle to that puck, match him, and now get his way to center. He'll ladle it into the offensive zone. Brody Thornton back on it. Here's number 65, and he turns it over. It's Fornerys, and a 5-hole save by Babin. That one much needed. And Brody Thornton handles Carlos Fornerys with a plum.
Well, he sat him down, so to speak.
Odd to see Skate Scaldi just standing in the crease watching.
Fornerys is trying to get a call for getting hauled down, but the referee, it seemed like he was giving him a lecture as well.
I mean, how many extra whacks does Carlos Fornerys have to take?
When you're in
at
on the
Babin
goaltender,
and the side of the net.
One is too many.
One is too many.
You got to take him out, and regardless of size or not, you treat him just as any other player chopping at your goalie.
Good on you, Brody. Alex Storjahan served game one of a suspension last night. He's now back. Wickline and Barrow off to the races. Wickline shoots, he hit the iron.
Oh, boy.
He went blocker side on Masternak, beat him clean, but not his best friend. Pad save made by Babin. Will that perhaps, though, jolt the Dragons to a lead? Gerstein off of a turnover. Mo, he's on hat-trick watch. Both number 8s on hat-trick watch tonight. 4:25 into the period. Brody Thornton gloves it down and will send it in. It deflects off of a moccasin stick and off of the glass. Mo will settle it down. On the forehand up the ice, Christie takes a shoulder from an oncoming Thornton, who's had a terrific shift. Outside of the red line, Jemaev will get it down deep. More behind the net. Hunter there too. Slid up the boards for Underwood. Hunter's got it behind the cage. He goes to the front. Could not find Jemaev. Gerstein lets it go for Liarakos. And one man defending for Columbus. That's Bulkwill. And how about Underwood to get to the spot ahead of his man?
That's a
he
trip.
went sliding into the end boards. No tripping penalty called.
But I'll tell you what, Underwood, that's what you're talking about, coming back and supporting, and that was just unbelievable.
That
Great
was
job.
outstanding. I mean, Kirk makes plays from time to time that just makes you say, wow.
That's knowing what you have to do.
And that's being a leader, too.
Yep.
In a 3-3 game, you're the captain. Hunter for the lead. A 5-hole denial by Masternak. You could hear it in my voice. That one angered me.
You're frustrated.
High slot, a rip, blocked. How about that back check from Doherty? The puck slapped in by Schumacher. Babin plays it, gloves it, steers it behind his net for Colton. We are exactly 6 minutes into the third. Here's Galvin streaking down the right wing. He'll go inside out and take a hit from Schumacher. Rasmus Asp, number 77, coughs it up. Galvin right side. Colton shoots. That took a deflection. Went off of Masternak. Here is Doherty with a bid, and Masternak closes the pads on that.
Yep, an opportunity for Doherty. Got the wrist shot. I don't think he got as much as he wanted to on it, but Masternak able to make the stop. And now we get the media timeout.
6:19 into the third. The River Dragons have 40 shots on goal, but we're still tied.
All right, here's the game plan. Tickets, food, drinks.
You forgot popcorn.
Popcorn, please. I'm talking about the family 4-pack.
That's a new play?
Even better, 4 tickets to a River Dragons game, 4 Chick-fil-A entrees, 4 hot dogs, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns, all for just $40. Boom!
Did somebody say boom? Coach, can families run that play too? Only if they act fast. Clock's ticking.
The family 4-pack, 4 tickets, $40. We'll see you at the rink. Let's go, Dragons.
The Columbus River Dragons are back inside of the Lair on Friday, March 27th and Saturday, March 28th, as the club takes on the Monroe Moccasins. The puck drops at 7:35 p.m. on Friday, where we wear red, remembering everyone deployed. Then on Saturday, the puck drops at 7:05 p.m. with the atmosphere expected to be electric. Get your tickets at the Columbus Civic Center box office now or by visiting ourdragons.com. He shoots and you score! Let's go, Dragons!
Slap shot from Colton off of a face-off win. Blocked by Scantlebury, who was stung.
He's limping.
This will be icing on Monroe.
And
brought to you by Air Force Heating, Air, and Plumbing.
Scantlebury, I don't think, can come off because of the icing, and he's hobbled from that shot. You can see him favoring his skate, trying to get the feeling back.
I bet a Josh Colton slap shot does not feel too good.
No.
Colton, a former Defenseman of the Year in the FPHL. The veteran of this league.
He's got a rifle.
Yes. Yes, he does. I'll bring you back to the morning game against Athens. Josh Colton.
That's right.
Scored the game winner in that game. With a blue line bomb. Could use one of those right here. Here it comes! Blocked. Galvin. He hits the iron. Offside.
Yep.
Christie and Fornerys. Let's move that face off right outside of the blue.
Those offsides, that one caused again from good back checking. He's holding up the play.
Wait, Mike.
Taking the timing off.
Mike, hold on. That was presented by Old School Barbershop. Do you need a little bit off your sides? Do you?
I do.
I know I asked you earlier in the game. Do you? You do.
I do.
I'm looking at you. You do.
I do need it.
All right. Appointments are required. Book online on Instagram, Facebook, or online at www.oldschoolbarbershop.com. Cody Wickline, backhand, down low, below the goal line, Storjahan. Barrow, sharp angle, blocked before getting to Tyler Masternak. So drifting backward is Mike Winn. He gets the puck from a teammate, and he'll go cross corner with it. Tyler Barrow smacks his man!
He's going to get a penalty for that. He's going to get a rough or a board. And that was a little sold there, I think, by
Ethan Matcham got destroyed.
He laid down to make sure he got the call, and then when he got the call, he got right up. So it's good news he's not hurt.
It is good news that he's not hurt. That is what's most important. But for me,
he made the call for interference. I would have called it a rough, but he called it an interference. It's a deserved penalty.
I would have called it a rough too. Was it sold?
I think it was sold. I think he put some salt on that pepper.
That's my guy right there. All right. No power play goal for Monroe, please. Hockey gods, please. All right, hockey gods. Good start.
Of course, you know there's hockey gods on the other side of Monroe that listen to this broadcast going on. I want it the exact other way, please, the hockey gods.
How about Kyle Moore with the shorthanded takeaway? They don't have a broadcaster here. Joseph Furtado is calling the game remote. So I'm summoning the hockey gods
Here?
in-house.
Okay.
I would say there's more, that has more of an effect. Anyway, Scantleberry will skate in. Already 40 seconds gone by on this floor and decor penalty kill, and let's rip some more time right off the clock. Masternak, oh my goodness. He had trouble playing that, it went right to the crease. Hagen Moe skates in. 2 goals tonight for Hagen. Here's Sam Turner straight on, right side, Liarakos. Turner shoots, blocked, Liarakos watches it go through his legs. He'll spin far circle, Galvin defending with 50 seconds left on the PK. The puck to Masternak.
They cleared it themselves. 40 seconds left.
One more defensive stop in their own zone and a clear needed for the River Dragons on this penalty kill. Christie gains the line, his backhander went nowhere. Matthews, goal line, Gerstein settles it down as it went between his legs, and now Gerstein is hauled down. No call, Columbus gets the clear, that was Balkwill.
He just lost his edge.
12 seconds left on the power play. Josh Colton off of the glass. Wick line outside of the blue line. He goes down to an E. Safely back for Colton. Hey, hockey gods, thank you very much. Storjahan, Wick line. He was driving to the net. Barrow out of the box and into the play. He's well rested. He'll have to defend here, though. Winn has the puck come to him. 9:35 into the period. Colton to the red line. You can just tell the River Dragons have a little bit more jump here as Masternak forced to cover.
Yeah, a little jump and a little bit of, you know, as you get a little to do behind the net.
Tucker Scantleberry, there he is. Involved with Alex Storjahan.
No, I thought he was getting walked to the box, but just a lecture. Storjahan.
Ryan Hunter on the ice.
One thing that you get out of killing a penalty like that is hopefully you suck up some of the momentum on your side. You get a face-off, big win over here. River Dragons talking it over, seeing what they want to work on this. If I win the draw, I go this way. If I win the draw that way, I go this way.
Feed Colton. He's had an active period, and Jemaev's been good in the dot. Jemaev has both Colton, Moore, and you can add Mike Winn to the list behind him. Colton does take possession for a second off of the draw, but Monroe got to it first. Taking a hit to make a play is Moe. It's Scantleberry.
Back
Cutting
check.
to the net.
Broke that up.
Was a teammate, but like Mike said, the back check negated that. Here's a chance for Ballant, and he swung and missed on the one-timer. That was dangerous.
How about we take the ref down and get a shot in on
As the
goal?
ref goes down, Winn is in a ton of pain. Winn is calling for some help. Winn is hurt. Mike Winn cannot stand on his skates. I'm not sure why play is not being blown dead. I mean, my goodness. Come on. Mike Winn cannot stand up.
Oh, you hate to see that right there. He can't put any weight on that skate. I did not see what happened as far as did he twist it or get it jammed up. But obviously in a lot of pain. And you finally get your defensive course kind of lined up in there, and all of a sudden here comes a guy with an injury. Hopefully not serious where it keeps him out.
So the River Dragons will be down a defenseman, and you know, for Mike Winn, this is just his 4th game back after a month on injured reserve after dealing with a shoulder issue. And
yeah.
He now heads to the locker room. Keep you all posted, but I'd be shocked if Mike Winn returns to tonight's game. 9:43 to go.
Dad, are we there yet?
Not even close.
Sweet.
Have we gone too far? Maybe, but life's too short not to.
The Subaru Forester Hybrid, 581 miles per tank. love goes the extra mile.
Mike Winn to the room prior to the commercial timeout. Mike, what did you see, if anything?
I didn't see the injury. I talked to our producer to see if he caught anything, and he didn't catch anything either. He said he went down hard. Whether he twisted it or don't know. But we'll find out after the game. But hopefully our best wishes are with Winn right now. Hoping that injury isn't that bad. Trainer back to the bench.
That's just crushing for Mike Winn. Winn 6'3", 215, 28 years old, out of Ann Arbor, Michigan. So we'll see how the defensive alignment, Mike, changes.
Yeah, that's like I said, you just got your defensive course kind of set up, and now here you go with a guy out.
Of note, when Mike Winn was on injured reserve, Josh Colton was paired up with Scott Doherty, so we'll see if Doherty goes back on defense.
Right now they're staying at forward.
He is staying at forward. It's the pairing of Patakin and Thornton on the ice defending. We're at even strength. This is Fornerys on the backhand. He'll twist to the forehand, right wing side. Shadowed by Stefanini. The puck finds Matthews as the pass came through the seam. Doherty will get it to his own blue line, and Galvin will ladle it off of the boards and chase after it.
Boy, did he take a hit in the corner.
And Rasmus Asp wants a piece of Ben Stefanini. Now a River Dragon goes down, and
that's payback.
A twig in the midsection.
I don't think we're going to get any calls either. 9:03 left in a 3-3 game, and
it's understandable to save the whistle.
Well, that was a good hit in the corner.
Good hit in the corner. Asp didn't like it. He challenged Stefanini, and then the Moccasins responded.
Well, you don't want to take a penalty, and
you don't want to be the one that takes a penalty in this spot for either team, that is. So Cody Wickline, already with a goal tonight, poke checked out. On the ice for Columbus, it's Brody Thornton and Lair Patakin, playing in just their second game as a pairing. Cody Wickline, Alex Torjahan, and Tyler Barrow are up front. The puck gloved down by Thornton. Here's Barrow for the hat trick. Asp got that big frame in the way.
Man, the puck was on edge. He couldn't. Oh.
Gloved down by Barrow. He shoots. Blocker save. Masternak, who lifted up his.
Boy, some chopping going on there.
Right arm make the save.
Matthews just chopping away.
Center lane drive for Nathan Balkwill, and that's a glove grab by Masternak, who drops it down for Gerstein.
Boy, he kind of put up a jump ball there, didn't he?
Yes, he did. Fornerys shoots. It hit Underwood.
Take the body, keep the body on him.
Takes a stick up high and then gets put into a headlock as Babin made a save.
Well, Fornerys didn't like the hit, but that's what you got to do. And it was a clean hit. Now I think we're going to get a penalty from Fornerys for roughing.
I mean, Fornerys high-sticked Underwood, and then he put him in a chokehold.
So Fornerys getting the call.
Get to the penalty box, Carlos.
Yep, he's in the and I'll tell you what, if you want a guy in the penalty box or you're a River Dragon fan, that's the guy you want in the penalty box. He gives you a man up, plus he takes probably the best
scored a short-handed goal last night, too.
Best skater on the ice off. See,
all right.
A guy like that, and especially in the playoff, when you go up against a guy like that, You got to hit him. You got to hit the. You got to let him know every time he touches the puck, there's going to be an issue. And right there, you've seen the River Dragons kind of getting into his head a little bit by using the body.
River Dragons getting into the head of the Moccasins late in tonight's game. Here's Tuckle Scanterbury. He'll get by Thornton and shoot short-handed. He missed high.
And the puck mysteriously has never come down.
Scanterbury just won't stop yapping.
Well, he's trying to suck Doherty into getting the penalty to even things up. You got to, if you're Doherty, you just got to say, look, I got the power play. Not the time, not the place, but maybe I know a place a little later on.
And Doherty giving him
a flop. He's still mad at the flop.
Oh, he should win an Oscar for that performance.
And after all that was said, nobody decided to get the puck. They finally said, hey, we need a puck to play this game.
And now Scantlebury.
Yeah, they're just
saying you slashed me, then Ballant comes over and slashes his own teammate in the knee.
Knock it off.
You don't see that every day.
Nope. But that was knock it off. Don't get an unsportsmanlike for yapping.
So Colton behind the net.
And he is a little guy that gave the bigger guy the whack.
Chasing after the biscuit is Alexander Jemayev, the forward out of Creston, BC, celebrated a birthday earlier this week. Here's Josh Colton, right side dasher. He'll keep it moving. Kyle Moore, the fan favorite, longtime River Dragon out of Charlotte, North Carolina. Hauled down is Doherty. He gets back up in some open space. It's Colton. He's brought down as he comes together with Scantlebury. No call. We are exactly, well, in 2 seconds, we'll be halfway through the power play. Colton, back pass. Doherty couldn't let it rip. Christie's stick, active. Storjahan, though, gains body position. He got hooked up. He looks to the referee. No call, unreal. Cross corner. Schumacher banks it out to center. Ethan Matcham, number 6, will filter it north. Christie with a driving Gerstein. Christie drags, he shoots, he missed the net by inches. Holy moly.
Doherty needs to get off the ice, he is gassed.
Doherty grabs himself a change. Here's Tyler Barrow, number 8. Barrow will swivel and shoot. Masternak, a stick save. Columbus has gained the zone. Can they grab possession? Hunter, a give-and-go attempt with Barrow, was closed off. Here's Kirk Underwood, who drew the penalty, and the captain for the River Dragons. Left wing side, Storjahan. He loses an edge. It's going to be a 2-on-1 for Monroe. Might be a 3-on-1. It's Mo with Turner. Here's Fornerys out of the box. He missed.
Wow.
Storjahan will gain the red line and send it into the near corner.
Boy, Fornerys comes out of the box and still gets a chance at biting you.
Now skates Scaldi. Masternak comes out of his net. A battle ensues at the flank. Here's Liarakos. He'll lollipop it to the opposing blue line. Foot race, Ballant! And he comes right on to Babin.
Babin has no stick.
Babin does not have a stick. He makes a glove save and he
tie it up.
Drops the puck.
Tie it up.
Man,
Now here's your stick. Okay, well that worked out, but I would have thought I would have tied it up.
I would have bet my bottom dollar we would have that would have been frozen. Columbus really needs a stop. Liarakos across, and down goes Babin again. A whistle is much needed, an icing, an offside, something.
You're not getting it.
Immediate timeout.
They're changing on the fly.
Things are moving a little too fast for my liking right now. Hunter falls down. His pass intercepted at center by Christie. 4:15 left. We're definitely in next goal wins territory now, Mike.
Boy, you are right about that.
The River Dragons have 42 shots to the Moccasins 20. For everybody that has joined us tonight on the River Dragons Broadcast Network, thank you. That was offside. Thank goodness.
There's your whistle that you wish for.
Man, if Scantlebury had gotten that puck and walked in all alone on a 50-50 play like that at the line, my head would have exploded. 3:56 to go in the third. My head intact. We'll be right back. .355 left in the final frame. The River Dragons and the Moccasins tied 3-3. The fourth meeting of the season between the two teams. We skate 5-on-5. Liam G and Mike Vee here with you live from the Columbus Civic Center in Columbus, Georgia. The faceoff will be taken by Jared Christie, number 5. That's the player for Monroe. And Alexander Jemayeff, number 71 for the River Dragons. Christie wins it. We're back underway, Mike.
Yeah, Christie's one of those guys, too, that make things happen out there.
Fast. Methodical out there, Christie. The River Dragons first on the puck in the offensive zone. Kyle Moore smudged up. So back out to center it goes. Moore has the puck. He'll bank it in. Kyler Matthews turns it over. Kyle Moore stops it down. Number 15 behind the net has his back turned to the Moccasin defending him. That's Frank Schumacher, the captain. Jemayeff far corner. To the front, Scantlebury has it on his tape. He does not ice it. Underwood stops it down at the red line, and Underwood will one-hand it into snake ice.
Now they go for the wholesale change.
Neither team wants to make a mistake at this point of the hockey game. Deflection. Here come the Moccasins off the side of the goal. It goes. That was Ballant. Fornerys in front. Babin, the positional save. That was huge. Wickline's exit, though, thwarted. Ballant from the wall. Give and go with Fornerys. Ballant to the front. Gaining body position was Gerstein to no avail. Wickline with 2:25 left. This is Liam Godimer saying, it's go time! Fornerys will wheel behind the Moccasin net. He's got a man right wing side. It is Christie and Babin with the blocker.
Like I say, Christie's player, he can shoot, skate, handles the puck well, and he just took a nice shot in that Babin made a nice stop on with 2:09 remaining in the third period. Boy, the chances seems all of a sudden the ice is tilted a little bit to Monroe. Monroe has seemed to have a little more of the scoring opportunities. Let's see if the River Dragons can win a draw and break it out.
Off the draw, we have a tie-up. Ryan Hunter zips it along for Kyle Moore. Moore, Hunter, Moore calling for a penalty. Schumacher cannot clear past Patakin. What a deflection there from Moore between his own legs in the mid-slot. Jemayeff has it on the backhand to the top. Brody Thornton will lay a hit onto Scantlebury and get it deep. Ryan Hunter managing the offensive zone well. He'll shoot, glove grab by Tyler Masternak.
I like the shot that comes in there. You got a big man in front trying to screen it up.
The Moccasins, 28-7-4-2-0. They have lost 4 games in the extra session, and they have won 2 games in the extra session.
Well,
while the River Dragons, the same, but Columbus has won 1 game in the shootout. Monroe has not. Remember, the first game of the season, the River Dragons went to the shootout. They have not went back. And if the River Dragons do go to a shootout, just a little fun fact for you all, if Tyler Barrow is to score in the shootout, he will secure his hat trick.
They officially.
Interesting rule in the FPHL that if it's the game-winning goal, I should say.
Okay,
Game-winning goal,
I
it will
see.
count.
It has to be the game winning. It has to be
that
the
is
goal
correct.
of
Not
record. The goal of record.
the
right.
goal of record, yes.
Now I got you. I was like, wow, a lot of guys could get an opportunity for hat tricks at that point.
Matt Stoya was the goal of record on opening night against PD. Now with Biloxi. Ryan Hunter brought right down, no penalty. Here's Kirk Underwood in the final minute. Underwood skates so well atop the offensive zone. Barrow with 2 goals tonight. He'll turn and shoot. Nobody knows where the puck is.
Is it in? Where is it?
Is
where
it
is
in?
The puck? Where's the puck? All right.
That reminds me of, I don't know if it was Mike Smith. I think it was Mike Smith. For the Coyotes, when the puck went down his backside and he retreated into the net. And because his backside was in the net, that's where the puck was. It was a goal.
Wow.
Go and watch that. It was like 2010 Phoenix, Arizona Coyotes. Go and watch it.
So did they ever find where the puck was?
Yeah, where was the puck? The referee is looking to some fans behind the net.
You know, I've seen a game where we found the puck inside the net in the cloth behind the net after the game. Nobody knew where the puck went. It was a goal that nobody saw. Down goes a River Dragon, Hunter.
That was Hunter who fell down. No, nothing comes of that. Under half a minute to go in regulation time. Can Columbus find the game-winning goal? Here's Ryan Hunter. Barrow one-timer and standing on his skates to snag it out of the air is Mesternak.
Well, now you got 18 seconds left. Very important draw to win. You want to keep the play inside, obviously, the Monroe zone. See if you can get a shot or 2, maybe a rebound. And more than anything else, don't let anybody get behind you on the point for any kind of odd man break.
We're 18.2 seconds away from overtime on the Chattahoochee River.
You got Barrow taking the draw.
Barrow takes the faceoff. Ryan Hunter leads the River Dragons with 8 game-winning goals this season. Colton down low, through the legs of his intended receiver. Columbus can't keep it in. 5 seconds left. Fornerys, his pass, blocked down. 2 seconds left. We're going to overtime here at the Columbus Civic Center.
Well, everybody gets a point now. At least everybody goes home with something. But right now, I know the River Dragons would like to grab the extra 2 that are dangling here in overtime.
So Ryan Hunter leads the way in terms of game-winning goals for Columbus. On the other side for Monroe, with 7 game-winning goals, it's Austin Albrecht, who is not with the team currently. So, the leader in his absence is Carlos Fornerys. Because of course it is, Mike.
You know, this is a very interesting matchup because you've got the talented, speedy guys. Now, then I'm just asking you this. If you're Jerome Bouchard, do you match up Barrow and Hunter to kind of combat, you know, Fornerys and, say, Christie or Turner that comes out there? Because you know it's going to be a fast line.
Tyler Barrow, Kirk Underwood, and Ryan Hunter would be my 3
That's
players.
your 3? Well, we'll see what happens.
Colton or Underwood you could go with. For the River Dragons, they won 7-6 in overtime on November the 15th right here on home ice.
44
Ryan
to
Hunter was the hero that night.
Hunter with 44 to shots up in regulation in on Masterneck, and 23 go up on Babin. And then both have allowed 3. So now you go win and take all right here. Next goal wins for sure.
We can confirm that for all of you watching. Let me know in the YouTube live chat who's winning this game. It's prediction time, Mike. Who is going to score the game-winning goal? For me, it's going to be Tyler Barrow.
Barrow?
Yeah, Barrow.
I had the Barrow thought in there, yeah. Be nice to win get a hat trick and a game winner.
Lair Patakin will begin the 3-on-3 overtime. Now that's a vote of confidence from the head coach.
It is.
It'll be Patakin, Hunter, and Barrow.
You got Fornerys, Schumacher.
It's Fornerys, Schumacher.
I can't see the number
and
on the other side.
I believe that is Andrew Ballant.
You got.
It's not. That is
2
Hagen
speedsters
Moe,
at
number
center.
8. The Moccasins skate from left to right. The River Dragons from right to left. This is Liam Gardner saying, it's go time on overtime. Here is Fornerys. His shot is blocked before getting the Babin. Tyler Barrow will swing back and make sure his team has clear-cut possession. Ryan Hunter with a step to win the hockey game.
He went 5
Masternak
hole.
closes the pads. Now a 2-on-2 rush. Gerstein dips around the net. He falls down as he was watched by Patakin. Shooting is Matthews. Gerstein was hovering to the front of the net.
He had a chance for a deflection.
In pursuit of a tip. Patakin up the ice. Give and go with Hunter. Man, Christie just got back. Breakaway, Kyler Matthews for the win.
Wow.
Misses the net. 2-on-1, Kyle Moore and Tyler Barrow. Moore went across for Barrow, but he stuffs it home.
Well, an overtime win here. You can't beat that.
Kyle Moore, the overtime game-winning goal. River Dragons 4, Monroe 3 in overtime.
Well, I'll tell you, this is a great win to get after last night, what you went through, coming back tonight. Went down early, got a lead, gave it up, got it back in overtime, and you proved to yourself that you can beat a team on your home ice, a team you have been unsuccessful in 3 tries. You now realize, hey, we played the type of game that we played tonight against this team. We're going to be in the money all the time. That's all you can ask.
What a performance by the River Dragons tonight. They win in overtime. The hero is Kyle Moore, number 15, the forward out of Charlotte, North Carolina. It comes at 1 minute and 21 seconds into the extra session.
And that was a 2-on-1. That was really from a rebound that rimmed around all the way around and ended up being a 2-on-1. The bad thing in overtime, you go ahead and send 3 guys deep, you're going to have a problem on the way back. And that right there, you've seen how it ended up, and finish it up with Moore being able to jam it by Masternak and get it in the net for the win.
The assists on the goal to Alex Storjahan and Tyler Barrow. Tyler Barrow with a 4-point game. 2 goals and 2 assists. What else can you say? Alex Storjahan in his return from a 1-game suspension, 3 helpers. Cody Wickline, a goal and 2 assists. Kirk Underwood had the other point. Of course, Kyle Moore, the overtime game winner. For Morsey, The goal accounts for his 16th of the season. His son Cooper in attendance tonight.
How about that, huh?
A special show for his son and the rest of the River Dragon fans that came out to support the club at the Lair. We'll keep it at ice level for the 3 stars of the night. And the
I think we
interview
know number one star was going to be. No mystery there, right?
with Kyle Moore, the number 1 star. If it's not Kyle Moore, we'll have to seriously have a conversation with the decision makers.
How about How about a guy with 4 points?
Could go Tyler Barrow too.
Yeah.
But I would go with the winner. And you know what?
You go with the overtime when he gets the star of the game.
Because Kyle Moore made the unselfish play. He tried to pass it across for Barrow so he could get the hat trick. It worked out, but it didn't work out. I would give it to Morsey. And while 4 points is an incredible feat, that's just a normal Saturday night for Tyler Barrow. Come on
Barrow,
now.
Yeah. Barrow and Hunter, you know what I mean? Nah, no big deal. That's just the way it works out. But this is like I said, this is a big deal for the River Dragons to come back and get this win in overtime tonight. Big confidence builder for the next time. These teams meet too, another 4 times for the rest of the year.
2 in Monroe. 2 right here at the Civic Center. And you're right, Kyle Moore was the 3rd star, not the 1st star. I love all of the River Dragons, but I would have given Morsey the 1st star for the win. But that's just me. But how can you go wrong giving the 2nd star to a player who had 3 points, that being the man you see on your screen, Cody Wickline.
Yep.
And the 1st star to Tyler Barrow.
Had just 1 more point than that.
Here's Tyler.
He should get a nice round of applause.
He's not relinquishing that point lead.
No. Now, he started the things off here. Got the team the lead, got the team tied, and then got the team the lead. And heck of a game. Guy comes up with 2 goals and 2 assists.
Let's hear from that guy, Tyler Barrow, post-game interview.
Sorry to get questions down there, but what was the difference in tonight and last night? I mean, you put it on 21 shots in the first period, 45 overall. Was that the plan, Tyler, to come out here and just put a barrage on them like that?
Hey, I mean, this league's pretty hard to play. 45 to 24 shots, especially despite the first period.
And for you, with under 4.9, you've had hat tricks the past few months. You very clear the month as well. Talk about this personal heater that you're on as well here, and just how you and Storage and Cody just kind of clip on that line there.
Yeah, we're pretty crafty players. Just pop the little line with each other, and they don't have to assess around.
Yeah, we're gone for a while. We got 3 games in Florence next week in PE. Then you got another game in Athens. Talk about the road trip coming up, 4 games away from here, and just we got to pick back with 12 points on the road.
Yeah, it's a tough road trip coming up. 3 games here, Stevie. It's never easy. Any team this week. So, got what we need to do this week. Come back and hopefully take 6 points on the road.
Sounds good. Thank you, Tyler. Number 1 star in the game, Tyler Barrow. And your Dragons are back here on March 27th against the St. Monroe Moccasins for a Friday, Saturday trip. We're on the road for 4 games.
Back here inside of the press box, Liam Godimer here with you. Alongside me is Mike Vee. Mike, that was a fun one.
That's a great game to call, especially an overtime win. I mean, there's always, you don't want to go to overtime at home. You want to just 3 periods and get it done, but there's something about an overtime victory at home. Not a shootout, an actual overtime win, and very exciting for the River Dragons fans who came on that 4 for 40 night tonight. Very successful and walked out here happy and not hungry either.
And they won't be hungry tomorrow either because they got 4 entree coupons at our friends over at Chick-fil-A,
right.
as well. So what a night it was here at the Civic Center. Mike, a quick recap. Well, tomorrow is Sunday, so you can't get yourself Chick-fil-A tomorrow, but you can on Monday.
Monday, yeah.
Yeah, you know. I tried.
You got it.
Yeah, you know, I tried to plug the sponsor, but, you know, we can't go to Chick-fil-A on Sunday. Although, I will say this. Wish I could. Love the waffle fries. Big Polynesian sauce guy. All right, I'll stop with the sauces.
You
All right.
get me hungry
so,
now.
yeah, you know, yum sauce. All right. All right, so the score is 4-3. That's the final. Tyler Barrow had 2 of the 4 goals for the River Dragons. A 4-point night for Tyler. I mean, he's the leading point producer in the entire FPHL. I mean, just how much of a positive is it to have, simply put, the best player in the league on your team?
The best player, 1A, and not far behind him, another guy that wears another 8 on his jersey, 88, Hunter. I mean, both those guys lighting up on the power play. I mean, between them, 5 power play goals between them, or four power play goals this week between the both of them. So, I mean, you know, you can't ask more than that. And you're right, Barrow is just a guy that just keeps adding the points up, whether he's assisting or scoring. Tonight, you happen to do both.
He happened to do both. Indeed, Cody Wickline was the second star of the night. He had 3 points, a goal and 2 assists for Cody. And the third star was Kyle Moore, who scored the overtime game-winning goal. Well, that just about wraps up coverage of Columbus River Dragons hockey tonight. Well, before we let you go, I got to give a nod to the goaltender, Trevor Babin.
Oh, yeah.
Gets the win in between the pipes for the River Dragons. He had to make just 21 saves on 24 Moccasin shots, while Tyler Masternak, he took the loss, stopping 41 of 45. Now, that just about wraps up coverage of Columbus River Dragons hockey tonight for our entire production crew, which as always did a wonderful job right here at the Civic Center, and of course my fantastic color commentator Mike Vee. My name is Liam Gadamer saying, until next time, oh man, I really want to say it's go time. Until next time, stay safe, stay well, and as always, let's go River Dragons. Enjoy that dub, and see you later, Monroe.
God bless.